Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Hangover Podcast. Wherever you're listening to us, I hope you're happy.
As well as I.
I hope you're happy with what you've done. You know what you did.
That's so much implication there that could be taken from that.
There's like two people in their car right now like, oh my God.
Man, so we're happy to be back and doing this. This is just really cool. So let's not waste any time. So you approached me before this and said you had some topics to talk about. We actually have some news. To talk about.
I am introducing a news segment. Sorry, Twisted Tea's doing this to me. Yeah, in front of me I have like what would you call this? A gallon of Twisted Tea?
It's up there. Like it's one of those things.
It feels like I've drank a gallon of Twisted Tea and only half of this is gone.
It's a wonderful thing. Yeah.
No, welcome to Hangover Podcast 2.0. We got news now.
We got news, and I'm actually really excited about this because you gave me a small little window into it earlier. So go ahead and just give it to us. That way we don't lose our attention. What do we got today, brother?
Well, we'll start off the podcast with some news. First news that I have is, did you hear about that girl that was at the baseball game? I'm sorry, guys, I don't have my sheet of paper in front of me that I wrote everything down on.
So unprepared.
There was a girl at a baseball game, and that doesn't matter. Like where she was, what she was doing doesn't matter. What does matter is the fact that she was shot in the face, but.
So there was a mass shooting again at a baseball game.
No,
that's not a laughing matter, by the way. Like, I'm not laughing at that.
No, that I was listening. I wasn't listening to. I was reading it, and that's what caught my eye was a girl was shot in the face at a baseball game. But that was their way of grabbing people's attention.
It's the clickbait to get them there. Yeah.
What they didn't tell you in the headline was she was shot in the face, but with a hot dog gun.
A hot dog?
Point blank in the face.
Now, was this like? Hold on. They make hot dog launchers? Like this is real?
I don't know. Like if it's a separate gun that they invested in, then props for them.
Oh my God.
But I think it's just if you will, a modified t-shirt gun that they have at like high schools. Well,
and even those things are like super high powered. Those things are dangerous. Like if you get hit with those things, like dude, and it was a hot dog.
Correction, they used to have them at high schools when we were in high school. They don't do that anymore.
Oh my God. No, okay, so she was shot in the face. Did she like live or like what?
Yeah. She survived the hot dog to the face.
Probably not the only thing to hit her face and then live. So, but anyway, sorry. That was a bad segue to a blowjob joke. I'm sorry, that didn't work well. So, but it's.
Someone out there understood that.
Yeah. What was it like the whole Scary Movie thing where when he like hit the chick in the face with a baseball, then he was apologizing up and down, and she's like, "Oh no, thank you. It's okay. I've taken balls to the face before." So
no, she came out of that with like two black eyes and a broken nose, but the kicker is
from a hot dog.
From a hot. I mean, it was wrapped pretty tight in tin foil, I would imagine. Because I said this to my wife, and she's like, well, wouldn't it, like, go everywhere? I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, when you shoot it out of the hot dog gun, doesn't it, like, a bun go this way and a hot dog go that way? I'm like, no, they wrap it. They're not just shooting.
It probably wouldn't have been as much damage had it been, like, the prior thing, because it's like, then it would have, like, maybe, like, been, like, confetti or something. Like, it would have just obliterated and had ceased to exist.
But no, they're not shooting raw meat at people or like they're bare meat. They wrapped it, but I guess it was wrapped pretty good because it broke her nose, gave her two black eyes. But the kicker is, at the end of the article, she did not press any charges or even go to sue the baseball team She was actually back there the next day.
Oh my god, dude! What a
practice.
champ, dude!
Yeah.
Like that's took one for the team. No pun intended. Like,
I mean,
dude.
does she get like free passes for the rest of her life because she's the girl that got shot in the face with a hot dog?
Dude, like that's because like imagine like this is like the whole thing like dinner conversation like how you break the ice. Like we can't break the ice that well where it's like like dude, it's like I had bad car trouble this week or whatever. It's like oh yeah, I took a hot dog to the face. Like pick one and suck it. Like dude, like it's like dude,
it's like a '90s joke that actually came true. Like shoot you in the face with a hot dog gun.
My God, that is something else. I just wow, man. Honestly I don't know if I was at a venue watching like my favorite band or something, and if I got nailed in the face, I would like to think that I would have responded that way,
right?
But like that is a whole new level of just something I would not like. First off, you have to process everything in the ambulance ride to the hospital. Like what has just happened? Assuming you're coherent, like
if you love baseball that much to where you could get shot in the face with a hot dog,
oh my God,
and go back the next day all bandaged up with one eye open. like that is some love, man.
God. So okay, was that the only piece of news you had? Was this hot dog thing?
No, there's more.
Oh, bless us with the presents, bro. Go for it.
First burp of the night. Here we go. So, in other news, again, I don't have my sheet in front of me. I know the gist of it. I'll get to the gist of what I was going to say. But, okay, so everybody knows Elon Musk.
I actually have no idea who that is.
Elon Musk?
I have no idea. I'm not very well versed in things.
Oh,
so.
I will verse you in it.
Verse me. Go for it.
He is a billionaire. I'm pretty sure. Someone correct me on that. I'm pretty sure he's a billionaire. He started the Tesla motor car.
Now, and the idea of how much he's a billionaire, is he like Bruce Wayne billionaire, or is he like Bill Gates billionaire?
He's more like Tony Stark billionaire because I think he started SpaceX, which you can shoot a rocket from Florida, land it on the moon, and then shoot it back.
All right, well there you go. All right,
land
that's awesome.
itself back in Florida. And he put a car in space for no reason. There is a car in space.
Wait,
it's floating.
Okay. I didn't know if there was like two pilots like just chilling out there.
Nope.
Like, well, this sucks now.
He put an empty spaceman suit in the driver's seat. He did. It's a convertible, and it's playing.
So the top is down.
Yeah. There's actually a live stream. There's a live stream on
God.
YouTube.
That is ridiculous.
You can look up what is it? Tesla in space live stream, and one of them will pop up. There's a live stream of the guy sitting in the driver's seat, and it is floating in our atmosphere.
That is, dude, like that is where our government dollars have gone, where it's just like it's like
his money.
Well, right. Well, I'm just saying, like it's like in the grand scheme of things, like there's this whole like a space like thing that's going on with like Trump and everything, and it's just like now it's like, dude, like we were doing dumb shit way before that ever showed up.
Right.
It's like, dude,
But like and the kicker is he made a tweet one time that said, if I could get into one of my Tesla Roadsters and drive to Mars listening to David Bowie's Space Oddity, that would be a dream come true. So guess what? The guy in the spacesuit in the Tesla that is in our atmosphere, that plays on a loop in the car.
That's just, dude, like, wow.
Until the end of time.
Dude, bravo to him.
Until it just shows up on some planet. And it just pulls up like, ground control to Major Tom. They're like, what? This is rad. It just shows up on a random planet in the atmosphere with 3 blue guys looking at it, and it's playing David Bowie, and a space guy just posted up in the driver's seat. Just a space suit.
God, that is ridiculous. Man, that is...
If it doesn't land upside down.
Fucker buried.
Boom! It just nosedives into the planet, and they can't figure out what the fuck... Like, if we were trying to communicate with them or something. No, it was just a fuck up. It's just something stupid we did.
What was it? It was like there was that meme that was going around for a while where it was the 3 aliens sitting like in their conference room, like in their spaceship, and what it said was that they were like, did the Earthlings receive our messages? To which the leader said, yes, but they're dancing to it and calling it dubstep. So it's just like, I honestly, if we ever did come in contact with extraterrestrial life, I don't think it would be as dramatic as like everybody says it would be. Like Independence Day, Mars attacks, all rubbish. Like I feel like it would be something completely just
it's gonna be cool,
asinine. Like it's just like, it's like, no, like we probably won't even know. Like it's like, we'll just be like, oh, cool. Like it's like, we got some new dance tracks, or it's like, hey, did you hear that? Like that, or hear about that heat wave that happened over Antarctica? Yeah. Solar flare. Oh no, but it was them actually trying to get a hold of us. Like it's we'll miss it. Like
no,
it's
gonna be 3 dudes on a rocket ship, like just straight up humans. Like, hey, we're from E-Clonk 9, and
E-Clonk 9.
I don't know.
You have heard it here first on the Hangover Podcast that a distant planet. The only planet that would ever get in contact with us is called E-Clonk 9.
Dude, if I'm right on that,
implying,
I swear to God,
it's implying that there were 8 preceding it.
you, if I'm right about that, if 2 weeks from now that actually happens, you owe me $3. You owe me $3.
$3?
$3.
Okay, all right. Well, okay. All right, since that's such a
I'll still win.
That's such a random number.
Yeah, no, I'll win. That's me winning.
So does that mean that you want a $2 bill? And $1.
That would be baller.
That would be good.
That would be.
Have you ever actually owned a $2 bill?
Yeah, several, and they're very hard to find unless you're an adult that goes to the bank and asks for one, because you can do that. Apparently.
How much stock of $2 bills does every bank even have? Like, is it's like it's
they have them.
They don't. Like,
yeah, I know that. No, it was like when I first turned 18. I had a bank account. Like I was like, I thought I was an adult. Everybody who is 18 thinks they're an adult.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah, but no, I opened my first bank account at 18 and I cashed my check and they're like, how do you want that? I'm like, however you want, and 3 $2 bills. And she's like, okay. Like it was just a normal thing for her.
Oh my God.
I never knew you could go to the bank and ask for $2 bills. Like when I was a kid, that was like finding a gold nugget, like in your backyard.
So would you equate it to like when you get done at McDonald's and you find a bunch of fries at the bottom of the bag that you didn't know you had? Like it's like those
are the drive home fries.
Dude, oh God.
Well, actually, fries are a drive home meal. Like if you haven't realized that yet, then you're not an adult.
I've actually been really good about that lately because I'll find myself like reaching into the bag and like snacking on them on the way home, and then
fries are drive home food.
Oh no, right? Yeah. But the thing is that like I'll get back and then like both fries, like I never pick out of one. It's always like it's like
I do that too.
The equal amount out of both
because we're married.
Yeah.
So like if we go to McDonald's late at night, we're alone and it's for someone else too. So I'll reach over in my passenger seat and I'll grab like a little bit out of mine or a little bit out of one. I don't. It's a mystery of whose they are yet.
Yeah, no. So the thing is, like, we are being the responsible people staring at the road. We're not looking into the bag. Yeah. We're just reaching and hoping that we grab what we want. But in the back of
my mind, I think that she won't notice if both fries are equal when they're there. I mean, you know what I mean.
You gotta have like that panic attack before you go inside, where you're just like, "Oh shit!"
I gotta switch around these fries.
Yeah, she's gonna know. These totally just look like they're uneven, and
she's
I'm just
gonna call me fat again.
I'm actually very thankful that I have never been called fat by my significant other. Actually, any significant others, actually.
Oh,
thankfully.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not saying. Like, I mean,
every single one of mine.
Well,
every single one.
This took a dark turn.
Fuck you, fat ass. I mean, after they said that, I usually never talk to them again.
Okay, well,
except for my wife. I do love her, even though she does call me fat ass every once in a while.
Okay, well, the thing is, here's my question then. So, if that's the case, since we're on the subject of,
since I got us there,
so we got there in a roundabout way. So what was the dumbest fight you've ever been in? Like maybe like it doesn't even have to be a significant other. Like we can go that route.
Is this like when someone asked me what my least athletic injury ever was?
Yeah, like trying to get up out of bed and you pull your back.
I broke my finger angrily putting on a shirt one time.
Oh my God.
That's the least athletic injury I've ever had.
You angrily put on a shirt.
Yeah, I was like, snap.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh my God. I knew it was broken right away.
Now, was it like 90-degree broken, or was it just like a fracture?
It snapped that.
Well,
It wasn't.
The viewers can't see that. Like,
Yeah,
I can see
I
that.
held out my finger. I broke racing motocross, and it's all fucked up.
Oh
But
God, that's actually disturbing to look at. Don't ever do that again.
That's the knuckle snapped. Like, there was a hairline fracture in the knuckle, and you couldn't I could still use it, but it hurt like a son of a bitch every time I did. But no, okay. So what was your question?
So the question I raised was, what is the dumbest?
This is why I'm
fight?
good at doing this, by the way. The dumbest fight.
The dumbest fight you've ever been in. What is probably it's one of those things that you look back and it's nothing that you would ever like. I don't know how the best way to say it. Like, it's one of those things where it's like you can look back, like, it's hilarious now, so you wouldn't change anything. However, in the moment, you would have done anything to avoid it. Like,
dude, it was. We were okay. Here's one.
Keep names anonymous.
This is how I knew. Well, it's my wife. But anyways,
okay, fine, whatever.
We went out to a bar one night with her, stepdad and mom. And we were drunk on the way. Like I wasn't very, I had a few good drinks, and we were right down the road from her house. I'll admit, yeah, I had a few drinks and drove my truck to her house, but it was at the end of the road, and that you can ask anybody that, whatever.
That's a technicality at that point.
Technicality. So, I'm against drunk driving, but anyways, we pull into her driveway. Her mom and stepdad are just in a full-on fight, just married couple fight in front of us, and we're pulling in and we're bickering back and forth and shit. And it was like a super soggy, rainy night, and
it's just ugly outside.
And it was like, and we're bickering back and forth. They're fighting, and I'm like, well, I'm staying here tonight because this was way back when, and she still lived with her mom,
right?
So I was like, okay, I'll pull my truck in the yard, like off the driveway, so if anybody needs to leave in the morning, they can. Well, I pull into the yard and my truck sinks.
Oh no!
Like to the frame. Like, oh my God! Put it in 4-wheel drive, nothing. I was like, okay, honey, stop. Okay, like stop bickering at me. Can you get in the driver's seat? Put it in reverse. I'll get out and try to push. Okay, this is me drunk. Why would I ever try to push a truck?
Whiskey talk.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, I'll try to push it. Immediately when I push the front of the truck, I throw my back out. I mean, hard. I mean, it's on fire.
Oh
like,
my God.
I can't move. I can't walk. She's still bitching at me about something. Like,
you can't even remember why.
I was like, shut the truck off. I'll call somebody in the morning to pull me out, whatever. We're bitching back and forth, and she bitched at me all night about something. It might have been about something like, I thought a dude was hitting on her at the bar, and I was being a dick, and I caused kind of a scene being a dick to the guy. That's probably me back then, but
things have changed.
Later in the night,
right.
Later in the night, she's rubbing Ben Gay, giving me a massage on my back, bitching at me, and I am in too much pain to bitch back at her.
Oh my God.
That was the worst thing ever. Like, she loved it because she could say anything, and I was in too much pain
to even care.
Yeah, and like I appreciated her. Like, she hated me at that point, like hated my guts. But she still let me stay there that night and rubbed Ben Gay and stunk up her room with Ben Gay just for me. And her reward for that was bitching at me all night long until I fell asleep.
Dude, that to me is that is true love right there, man. Like, that is so
I
cool.
hope to fucking God so.
God, no. Well, no, no, actually, no. This actually might be a serious fight. Like, this is like, I'm not even.
We've
sure.
had serious fights.
Well, no, I'm talking about because I
was like
said
the
like
stupidest one.
Well, right, but it's like, but I'm talking about stupid fights. Like, in retrospect, this is stupid. This whole fight was stupid, and this is not with my wife. This was somebody that will remain nameless. because
Ex.
well, no shit, but it's like which one, you know? So,
Ooh,
but
it's Kyle's ex-girlfriend.
no, but yeah, it's. I mean, I was, and I also.
If you're Kyle's ex-girlfriend, call in now.
we can take phone calls.
Oh yeah, I didn't tell you that.
We can take phone calls. All right, cool. No, the
Girl talk. Next caller.
you're on the air. What's up? No, okay, so this particular girlfriend at the time, obviously, I will stay vague enough as far as we had not graduated yet.
Okay, so really young.
So that's as much as I'll say. This wasn't like adult life, you know, like kind of girlfriend.
Very
or whatever.
young, high school.
Yeah, not even, but then it also could be. But anyway, so I remember the one time I was okay. So we're sitting in class. And in particular, this class, we were sitting right next to each other for it. Like, and it wasn't planned. Like, it just happened to be assigned seating that we were sitting next to each other. And this is one of those like complicated relationships where it's just like it's one of those things where you're like, "Are you together?" And you're like,
Yeah.
"I don't know," like kind of
Like an awkward teenage. I really like her, but
Well, no. Well, the thing is, like, we had some history. I'm gonna get too in depth, but anyway.
Ooh,
So
history.
okay, so all right. So basically, what ended up happening was that this is gonna date this. All right. So this should like help give us some credence to
he's
this.
gonna date himself.
But okay, so she passes me a note.
Oh God, I remember
This is
those days.
this is before text messaging.
I remember those days.
She passes me a note, and all it says is 2 words,
Oh,
which were, "I'm pregnant."
what?
Okay, Dan has never heard the story before. This
is the first time for me.
This is all brand new. Okay, so she says, "I'm pregnant." And I looked at it, and like we were like taking notes, like it was like, I mean, like, you know, it was like the lights were off, like it was like, you know, kind of like projector like thing was going on.
Right.
This is before
the
like
perfect time for notes,
this,
by the way.
yeah, and it's this is and it was just, yeah, it was crazy. So to which like I pretty much like I was ready to be out of this relationship like a long time. So I looked at it and I thought to myself, this is my open door from God to get out of this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because we never ever
See ya.
we never had sex ever, like ever.
Yeah.
And so
How?
so
How are you pregnant?
no, I didn't even ask any questions. All I did, mind you, this is all through notes that this fight happened.
Oh, you have some great conversations through some notes, man. I have.
Okay, no. So basically what ended up happening was that, like, you know, it's like you unfold it from like that football, like, you know, kind of fold up
Oh,
thing
the
they do.
origami that girls fucking fold them in.
Yeah. And I opened it up. I saw the 2 words, "I'm pregnant," to which I wrote down 2 more words that said, "That sucks," and handed it back to her.
Oh my God.
And she said, and she was like, well, like, I'm trying to think of like the best way, like how I can put it, that like the way that I read it. I mean, like usually like I say this all the time, and it's kind of like it's a Billy Connolly thing, but it's like it's usually something really simple that makes me roar. Like it just like it doesn't take much, but like it was like she said it back, and she's like, "Aren't you mad?"
Oh, that was the whole reason she did it.
To which I
That's
said,
the whole reason.
yeah, and I was just like, no, like,
Nah.
and it was, dude, it was just, oh my God, like it turned into this whole thing of like, she was like, she's like, "So you don't believe me?" And I said, "No, I don't believe you." Like, I'm like, and she said,
We're
"Fine,
in
you'll
8th
see in
grade.
9 months."
I
And
really don't.
She was like, "You'll see in 9 months." And I said, I'm like, "No, I won't."
I bet you I don't.
Dude, it was like, it was so quick. And like, it was just one of those things
Was that
where
just
like,
her way of breaking up with you?
no, like, I don't know. Like, it was one, like, I mean, the thing
Or
is
just
like,
trying to make you jealous for no reason?
well, let me be clear here. Like, there is like, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, back in the day, it's like, you know, like when you're kids or whatever, like you do dumb shit. Like I could write a book about the dumb shit I've done. You could say the same thing. Anybody could do that.
Fuck, yeah.
And like, you know, you like nobody thinks with a clear set or whatever. And it's like, you know, that's at that time, like, and like, I don't blame her at all for doing it. Like, it's one of those things where it's like our relationship was so fucked up that it was just one of those things where it was just like, you know, like, oh, hey, it's like maybe she's the next Virgin Mary, and that I'm gonna be the stepdad to, you know, to God's child. I don't know, like, but dude, it was just, dude, I'll never forget that. Where like, I think that was like my only mic drop moment I've ever had, like in a fight where I was
that's
just like,
awesome.
that
dude.
sucks.
That's
Like,
awesome. Like most of my dumb shit in my life, because me and my wife, not to make this like, "Hi, welcome to, I'm gonna talk about my wife. I love her. I hope she's listening." No,
which we do love our wives. That's not negating. There's going to be some asshole in the comments. That's going to be like
wife talk.
Yeah,
you are live.
Yeah, it's like they're going to be like, dude, like they talk about their wives so much or whatever, or it's like, but they probably secretly hate them. Like, it's like
if you're too young to realize that our entire life, it involves our wives. You know, like once you marry somebody, it's pretty much you do everything with that person,
right? And it's even in the pre dating stage and stuff. Like not pre-dating. It's kind of like whenever they say pre-board a plane. What does that mean? To get on before you get on?
Yeah, exactly. No, we're gonna practice.
No. But no, it's like it's
Me
anyway.
and Ashley met each other. By the way, she's too hot to be with me. Still. But yeah,
I would agree about my wife, not his. So like,
and mine. But we met when I was 18, she was 19, and we're only 4 months apart. So, but still, Silver Fox territory.
Right? Yeah.
Woo, right. You know, like. But yeah, dude, most of the dumb shit was 18 until 23. God. Like, and she was there for that. I mean, I used to. Kyle knows this, but I used to wheel and deal used cars all the time, to the point where the feds contacted me and were going to force me to get a dealer's license because I own so many cars. She was there with me. It was supposed to be, okay, here's one quick story. She was there with me. She went with me. It was supposed to be a quick deal, trade one car for another. I hit a bunch of problems on this car to get a nicer car, and that's pretty much what he was doing. Yeah. The steering broke on the car on the way out of the guy's trailer park. That's not the punchline.
That's not the funny part.
Okay, so yeah, the steering broke, and I backed it into a spot, and Ashley was with me. I'm like, oh fuck, what the fuck am I gonna do? And I'm 19 years old. I've done this before. She is an angel. She was raised in a strict Catholic family. She has never done anything bad to anybody in her life. So she's sitting next to me. I'm just this scumbag who's used to being in a trailer park at midnight in a car that I don't own. And so the guy pulls up and I'm like, yeah, the thing broke, you know, like, and he literally pulls a gun on me.
Oh shit.
And like pulls a pistol on me. He says, well, you better fucking figure it out. And they back away, and Ashley comes over and like she like goes to like hug me and like because she's scared. I'm like, okay. So I call my buddy Brent. He races up there to where I am. We get in his truck. We leave. We go back the next day. I zip it together, fix the steering in the middle of the parking lot, get us home, sell the car the next day for what I wanted as a profit. But yeah, she's been there when a gun was pulled on me on a Craigslist deal in a trailer park. Like, dude, like that. And she's still around.
That is the second affirmation that I have that is absolutely true love. Like, dude, that is a huge deal.
I was a piece of shit, dude. Like, I really was.
Well, the thing is,
laying it out on the line here. I mean, I say it all the time.
Well, but dude, like, I mean, like, it's kind of like, I mean, not to like take away from it, but it's like it's still like that comforting thought where it's just like everybody's like, dude, like I've got a checkered past, and it's like, dude, like who fucking doesn't?
Right?
Like, dude,
yeah.
Like, it's
no, everybody.
That's
does.
just what it comes down to, and it's just like, dude, like it's like you make better of it and you move on. That is your counseling for the evening.
Yeah.
Everybody that's listening.
Yes.
No matter what's happened, get over it.
We're all pieces of shit. You're a piece of shit.
It's all good.
We're all pieces of shit.
Man,
we are. We're all pieces of shit. Like we've all done like even if you've never done anything wrong to anybody and you're just squeaky clean and just never done anything bad in your life, you still think about doing bad things.
Oh, absolutely.
You've still stolen something.
Yeah, it's even if it's a stick of gum or if it's a video game or if it's $10,000. Everybody has stolen something. However, if somebody has stolen $10,000 anonymously, tell us how you did it.
Yeah, please. I'd love to know how I really could use $10,000
for record use. Like that's important for us.
I got some loans I need to pay off.
Once again, who doesn't?
Right, yeah, but like he loves me. No, she literally. I don't know why she's still here. I mean, nowadays it's like she fucking knew. Like, because nowadays I make good money. We're totally stable. We have a really beautiful house together.
Right.
You know, whereas when we first met each other, I was living with my grandma running a chop shop out of her garage.
You know, just like everyone starts like, dude, like, and this is what I think is so impressive. Just like whenever you hear about like, you know, just like where people started and stuff, and like, and I know it's cliche, but it's like, you know, it's you look at like even some of the inspirational quotes that my wife has up on like her board up in our office is that like I think it was Dr. Seuss was told that he would never make it anywhere because he had no original ideas.
No original ideas. Wow.
Yeah, it's and like dude, like and that could have been that could have been his moment to be like, all right, fine, I'm just gonna go live, you know, a normal retail life and
fuck
stuff.
it, I'm going to Best Buy.
Yeah, right. And it's well, yeah.
What if it just says Seuss?
Yeah. Right.
What if he never became a doctor?
Yeah, it's like how did Dr. Seuss become a doctor? That's what I want to know. Comment below if you know how Dr. Seuss became known as Dr. Seuss.
Probably a lot of college.
We could you know, Wikipedia it and everything because that's trustworthy.
No,
but,
he probably called himself that because he started selling books. He's like, "Fuck you! You never said I'd be a doctor either. So fuck you! I'm Dr. Seuss.
Man,
never said I'd be an author. Never said I'd be a doctor either.
I don't know,
I do that,
dude. It's just it's insane to me. Like it's just like, you know, like I think it was also like I think it was Walt Disney and Oprah both. I'm sorry if I'm misquoting this, but it was. I mean, still it's still a good like mentality to have. Where it was, I think that Walt Disney at the age of 30 declared bankruptcy.
Oh, I know dudes now. I mean, it's a different time.
Right.
I mean, it's actually normal now for when guys at 24 to declare bankruptcy. I a lot of my friends have. I almost had to. Literally, me and Kyle, I literally mentioned this to Kyle the other day. Literally. How many times can I say that? Literally.
Literally, you can say literally.
I had a conversation with him because a big issue going on in my life about 3 weeks ago is that I was being investigated by the IRS.
Right.
Again.
Taxes, they're a bitch. So.
All because $10,000 was unaccounted for. You can't prove anything. Try me. No, well, I guess if it's, it was going to go to court. Federal court. But if it's under 25,000, so see you next year.
Yeah, right.
If it's under 25,000, they don't even care. It's not even worth their time to investigate.
And dude, it's just like I said, it's like, you know, like Jordan Belfort did way worse. So it's like, you know, it's just like, dude, like it's like he stole money from everybody, like, you know, from all the stocks and like taxes and shit that he did. And it's just like, that's literally the worst that you can ever be is the situation that he was in. Like, I think he owed like 80 million to the IRS and then also owed like 100 million to all the people, like, I mean, collectively all the people that were involved in stocks.
Right.
And it's like one of those things where it's like, dude, like he even talked about how, in one of the interviews I saw him in for Wolf of Wall Street and stuff, because they were asking him like, you know, how much was fictional, how much was real and stuff. And he said,
that movie.
Yeah, no, fantastic film. I mean, it's definitely shocking if you don't know what you're getting into.
Oh yeah, but if you know the background, which I did, because I mean I'm in the business field now.
Right.
That's what me and Kyle were just talking about before this. Is I was mentioning some business things that were going on, and ours were kind of similar, which was clients of ours taking us to dinner and stuff like that.
Right.
Which is a normal thing.
And that's sad that like that's not even like a normal thing for a lot of people that get involved in business work, because it's, I mean, to give context, basically what was going on was that my boss told me that there were some people that were coming up from a vendor that I work with, and they just wanted to be able to have a night just to kind of get to know us and stuff. So which, I mean, and like they just took us out to dinner. We had a really great time. We got to, you know, kind of break the ice, and it's like, dude, like as far as business is concerned, like that's a really awesome thing. You know, and it's like, it's like, you know, like it's, you're establishing relationships, like you get to know people, and it's like, you know, and you get to see how they are, you know, not when they're, you know, behind a desk or something. I mean, for the most part, like everybody that I work with and people that I've known that have been in business like you and stuff, like I know that you're the same behind a desk and as you are when you're sitting in my living room.
I mean, me and my friend Paul which another business buddy of mine, he owns a restoration company that deals in buying houses and then renting them out or selling them. And we were talking about this person that we know that is just always has that corporate voice on all the time. Yeah. Like he's trying to impress everybody. And we'll turn it on for work, You know, if I'm talking to a customer, hello, how are you doing today? You know, just I'll be all dorky and
right.
Depending on that, if I'm in a mansion, they're usually pretty dorky people, but but like you turn that off after work. You know, that's the beauty of sales and beauty of business is you turn it off after work, you loosen up and you just be you. But and yeah, I know exactly. And what he just said is going to happen to me. There's a company that basically I have my journeyman's license and me and my dad run a plumbing company together right now. And there's a restoration company that got a hold of us, or somehow I got wind of them, and we're doing referrals for them now. Like when we're done with the job, they'll come in, clean it up, and multi-billion-dollar company, you know, and that's just the level from a poor piece of shit from Wadsworth, Ohio. You know, I've worked my way up to in my life to where I'm going to dinner with someone with a multi-billion-dollar a year company's credit card buying me dinner.
Right.
You know, and that's what we were talking about is just where we were and where we are now. Like we never ever thought we would be where we are right now.
No,
ever.
it's never in a million years,
Never.
dude. Like I actually had a conversation with somebody that I haven't seen in a while. And it was so cool. Like, and this is not to like puff myself up because I'm like the most like self-conscious person.
Puff it up.
It's like, I'm not puffing past. Like, no, it's like, that's not how I am, you know, but it was one of those things where like, you know, I didn't really even think about it, but it's, you know, it's like, I got so much shit from people, you know, when I was young and learning how to do my trade. And I didn't have a lot of time for stuff. And it's one of those things where it's like, you know, like obviously money isn't everything. And I think everybody struggles with that. And I mean, I do too. But however, the thing that really kind of, you know, made me, you know, realize that, you know, like that it all worked out way sooner than I thought was that this person was introduced me to some friends of theirs, and they're like, yeah, this is so-and-so, yada, yada. You know, it's like they you know, they're working for this company. They're doing this, they're doing that and stuff. And to hear it from them, it like, dude, like it finally made me realize, like, man, like it's like, man, I really did work my ass off to get here. Like, you don't even think about that.
No,
it's like, you know,
you never do. It's like the one time, like, so I was talking to this guy at the gym, and he's like, yeah, you really never notice how fat you actually are until you just work, and then look down one day.
Yeah, right.
Like, what the fuck? You know, like, holy shit. You know, I never noticed that. But yeah, like, you got to be proud of yourself. You know, like,
yeah,
I look at my life
I'm careful
now.
with that though, because I know I can take it too far. You know, it's like, where it's like,
well,
where
no,
like
you should never
like
be
I said, puff
shy.
yourself up kind of a thing.
Well, I mean, here we go. Business talk. Next caller. I hope my dad's listening to this. Me and him were talking about this the next day, or not the next. Why do I do that? We were talking about that the next day. Does anybody else ever say? I say that just all the time.
To kind of give some context here, we actually did get to talk, or rather, you got to talk to your future self.
Yes. Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
You did.
After this story.
Yes. Yeah. You did. Yeah. So we'll get there. But yeah. So yeah. Right.
I was here. This is a little business talk, and because I've been asked a lot of questions. Because if you listen a little bit more, or you know, you get to know me a little bit more, you understand that I am in the business field. It is a trade field, but it's more the business side of things. You do have to get ahead to where, I mean, I've done a lot of things I'm not proud of, as people say.
Obviously.
You have to cut a lot of throats. There's been a lot of times where I've made really, really good friends and totally jumped ship when I saw the writing on the wall, you know, and just and moved on. Because whenever I've gone to work, you know, that was me at 18. Hey, I got this super hot girlfriend that's way too hot to be with me. I need to do whatever I can do to make as much money as I can, being the dropout, low life piece of shit that I am. and you know, and so I cut a lot of throats back then, and I did what I needed to do. Looking back on it, I do feel bad for a lot of stuff that I've done. I've never like literally fucked somebody over.
Right.
But I have, like I said, jumped ship, got another job, and or took an offer or stuff like that. But every day I got home, that's all that mattered to me, is when I got home. So you know, to me, the having a good home life is what it's all about. So, like, do what you need to do. Don't ruin your reputation by any means, but do what you need to do to get ahead in life, to get ahead in your life, you know. So that's my business. It got quiet. Wow.
Sorry.
So,
well, no,
wow,
actually,
okay.
because I was actually trying something out here. Is that I wanted to try something on Facebook here. Is that we are actually recording, like, obviously you're listening to this, we're recording the Hangover Podcast, but I wanted to show people what it looks like. Of,
Yeah,
this
what
is
it looks like when
so
we
we're going to
record.
go live, and granted, we are talking into microphones,
Yeah.
but you guys are seeing what's coming from.
See these fancy microphones?
This is
a pen.
lavalier mics, but what they are is that we have them connected to pens.
It's on a pen.
So yeah. So
A little behind the scenes.
Jason is watching. What's up, bud? How's it
What's
going,
up,
man?
Jason?
Good to see you're on here. Good to see you are scoping out everything. So
What did you mention a minute ago?
what was that?
That don't you have that to mention?
Actually, this is a good segue now that we are live. So
Segway.
hey, what's up, Jason and Eric and my buddy Joe is watching. What's up, guys? How's it going?
What's up, guys?
So, what I wanted to talk about was the fact that you actually got to meet your future self today.
Yeah, no, I did. I was,
and then
like
this,
I said in the
this is
video.
important. This is majorly important. It's,
Yeah.
he got to meet his future self, and
Little behind the scenes, we don't ever really look at each other because we can hear each other.
right.
So if I'm like doing this while I'm talking,
Yeah.
it's totally normal because I'm recording
Right.
audio.
And now Christy's watching. Hi, honey. How's it going?
Hello.
Let's see. And then,
But anyways,
yeah, so,
like I said in the video,
yes.
I crawled under my sink the other day, and I'm slurring a lot.
Go for it.
because
It's okay,
of
man.
these
Just go for it.
damn
You're good.
twisted teas.
It's okay, man. Go for it. You're all right.
Segway. So I crawled under my sink the other day,
Right.
and there was a door. So I crawled in the door, and I crawl through this tunnel, and then I see this guy looking at me. And it was an even fatter, older version of me. We had the same tattoos, so I knew it was me. And he handed me some things.
And some things that are going to show up in
things.
some videos later this
That
week
I'm
or
not
a month
telling
or
you.
so. Yeah. So his
You should
future
tune
self showed up, showed him some things, and so that's where we will leave that for the time being.
We're leaving it there. Parked it.
So yeah,
Backed it up. Parked it.
Let's see here. So who's watching? So Dustin's watching. Let's see here. Kyle Dunkel got on here. What's up, buddy? How's it going? Hope everything's well.
Kelly Wenham.
Kelly Wenham. That's
Kelly Wenham.
How you doing, honey? Hope everything's
What's up?
well. Awesome. So I just wanted to do something different. Just kind of throw on Facebook Live and see what happens.
No, this is
So-
great. This is getting way more attention if I did it because I'm never on Facebook, so no one even looks at mine anymore.
Well, that's why I chose mine because I'm a little more active on there, not to pump myself up, sponsor,
Pump
but,
it up. But no, the other thing, news.
We have more news.
More news.
More news. Okay.
Okay, so like I mentioned to you earlier, there was this thing going on with, and you guys haven't been listening. We've been recording. I don't have my sheet of paper that I write things on.
He came very unprepared tonight for anything that we're doing.
Because we're not at my house. I know there's a window behind me, just like Drunk Gaming, but we both have windows behind our couches.
We do, and that's weird. If you watch if you watch Drunk Gaming,
Yeah.
you'll notice that there is
should.
a window behind him.
Yeah.
That you guys have decorated with, and that ironically,
Yeah.
my wife has the exact
The
same
exact
taste.
same window.
So and actually, just so everybody knows that for us to be able to do the podcast, we don't have legit mics because we need funding.
Yeah,
but
they're on
however, we
pens.
decided to use little pens
There's
instead.
pens.
They clip right on. Usually, they're meant for like a lapel or something.
yeah,
but
like
but,
right here.
Yeah,
So,
so-
anyways, in the news,
in the news, yes,
which
so
is
in
a
the
new
news.
segment. Segment.
Get your stuff together. What's wrong with you?
Mint. Okay, segment.
Segment. Yes.
News. Anyways, news. News. So, Elon Musk. We started talking about Elon Musk and we trailed off.
way farther than I ever
far
wanted
away
to.
from
Yeah.
where we were. But
Right.
anyways, Elon Musk, some artist, I don't know if Elon hired him or if he just did it himself, but he drew him or painted him or drew him or something, designed him a picture or portrait, if you will, of a unicorn that shits electricity. I'm not even kidding.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh,
now,
man.
Here's the thing.
Which one? This is a good question. Was it oil pastel or was it like
I don't know. I can't remember. I wrote it down.
Okay, so
It could be 3D.
If you're just tuning in right now, what Dan has just said verbatim is that there was a guy that painted a picture
For Elon Musk.
That was a
unicorn
shitting
electricity.
Electricity. I was gonna say lightning bolt, but I think that's too singular.
I mean, it might have looked
like one continuous.
If I
lightning bolt
drew
coming
electricity,
out,
it would look like lightning.
something to that effect. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's like
So, but yeah, that's what happened.
Oh.
So, Elon Musk loved it, but he doesn't understand that you need to pay people when they do things for you. So he started using it literally for their Christmas cards this year.
if there was a Christmas card of a unicorn shitting any kind of electricity, that would be the only Christmas card that I would send out.
Yeah.
Like that says everything that I wanted to say right there. Like it's like no questions asked. Especially if I said it, they'd be like, "Kyle sent us this card." Oh, well, whatever. Like we'll put it on the mantle. Like it's.
But that's why I was reading the article, is because the artist is now pissed.
Right.
Because he's using it for everything, which I know all about, because one time I drew a photorealistic portrait of a burrito menstruating for a local band. And now you see it everywhere. Everywhere. I have
never seen a picture
look close enough. You see them.
To what band would I even look for that?
You wouldn't know them. But anyways. But yeah, you see them everywhere now.
Oh my God.
Literally everywhere I look. Oh, there's a menstruating burrito.
Oh my gosh.
And I never got a penny for it.
Anybody that's watching the live stream right now, have you guys ever seen this picture that he's talking about? It says he said that he
see it everywhere.
He drew a
and
picture.
I'm the one who drew it. Yeah.
You said, and I quote, it was a picture of a menstruating burrito.
Menstruating
that's
burrito.
used for tons.
Photorealistic.
It was for tons of bands that are using it now. Has anybody seen this?
No, it's for one local band.
I've never seen anything like this. What I will tell you that I have seen is that I
never got a penny for that.
Well, no, it is depressing. What I'm saying is like every metal band that's out there that
Tomb of Feces?
Tomb of Feces. That reminds me.
Menstruating burrito?
One of my friends that I was in a band for like 20 minutes in, that's a whole different story. But he wanted to name our band Woe of Apollyon.
How do you even spell that? How would I even look that up on Google?
Woe of Apollyon. That's what he wanted to name our band.
Was it like, whoa?
Apollyon.
Or whoa.
Woe of Apollyon.
Or like woe is me.
Oh my God. No, what ended up happening. Whoa. No, I was talking to one of my friends this past week, and because it's someone that I've been doing music with and everything, and what he said was that he was Kyle said Google it.
Google it? Whoa,
okay.
Apollyon?
All right, Kyle, if you Google it and if you find a picture of this, we will bring you on the live stream. I will bring you on.
A menstruating burrito or Woe of Apollyon? Or
either. If he finds either one.
Either one of those.
I will bring you on this live stream if you can find a picture of a menstruating burrito or if you can find Woe of Apollyon as a band. That's literally.
I'll let you kiss my red Irish face that's showing up on this camera right now.
He's dead serious.
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
He's dead serious. He will make it happen.
I'm dead serious. It's red.
But I was talking with this friend. We were talking about like stuff we were setting up for our artwork that we were doing and stuff. And he was like, I want to do something different that nobody's ever done before. And what I said was, I was totally kidding, but I was just like, oh, you mean like every like person that's like, oh, check out my new my new metal band, and they send you a picture of the logo of their like name of the band. And it just looks like a bunch of twigs.
Oh yeah. You're like, what the fuck does that say? Is this Trivium?
Even Trivium is better than that. Like, it's just like, oh my gosh. Like, dude, it's insane. It blows my mind that somebody will design a band logo or design something and they'll go, everybody will understand it, or either that or they'll go, oh, like, it's like we don't care, it's all about the art. It's like if they can't read it, they don't get it. Like, it's like that's
if you can't read it, you're not into black metal. You're not into Icelandic black metal, are you?
Which that stuff gets really dark.
Oh yeah. Remember when Mastodon used to bring real goat heads on stage and like peel the skin off? And
I'll be honest, I never knew anything about that, and that's
I was
disturbing.
there. I was there at a Mastodon show, and they did that. They threw the goat head into Google that. Google that. I was there. I was a metalhead.
Oh my gosh! No,
I was seen.
Man, no, it's you're currently on your phone, and
I'm texting Ashley Kyle's Facebook. We're live streaming.
Does it say that says love stream? We are that. You need to correct that
Oh,
right
it
now.
does,
We are live streaming. We are not love streaming right now.
Ooh, I gotta. Damn it.
What is love
not
streaming?
letting
I don't
me
even know what that would even
Love
be.
streaming. Come on, everyone. Love stream.
Is that like guy love? It's guy love, not gay love. It's guy love. Like something like that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so everybody forever.
Pretty soon we're gonna see my wife pop on this bitch.
More than likely, probably. So
one
Michael's watching. What's up, dude? How's it
What's
going,
up,
man?
Michael?
Good to see you here.
Leave your donations below.
Hey, no donations. We are not.
What?
We are not asking for donations.
All the people that I said to show up are donating.
Are they?
Yeah.
Really?
Kyle's people.
Donate. Donate 50 cents.
If you don't know where to
25
donate,
cents.
then you're not a real friend.
No, because what we're gonna become with that is that we're gonna become like every person that shows up to church for the first time, and then they're like, "Y'all, we're gonna pass the plate around right now, and we want you to be able to donate at least $2.
Reach deep into your pockets.
Reach deep into your pockets and know that the Lord has provided." Like it's like, oh my gosh. No,
And then
I
the
don't want
first
to
time
become
you go
that.
to church, you're like, what the
I don't want to become that at all. Like that's
No.
that is not what the Hangover Podcast needs to be.
No, I mean, one day we will, we will need a sponsor. One
Eventually,
day
I mean,
we will have a Patreon, and if people want to subscribe to us, we're going to have to charge a minimal amount of money.
I feel like if we do that, then we need to do something.
$3 a month.
We have to do something to keep them interested. As far as like it's like we got to either like do like midget tossing or something. So what's going on?
Okay.
Where am I? Oh, am I good?
And
am I
by
good
the
now?
way,
am I good now?
By the way, fans, when we live stream and even when we're playing drunk gaming, we have to sit so goddamn close to each other. Like right here. This looks normal. This looks like if we sit like here.
Yeah. So it's like
If we sit here, it looks.
This is actually
pretty
still
comfortable.
And I mean, it still looks kind of
No,
close.
we're touching each other.
We are.
Totally. Like every
it's
part of ourselves is touching each other. Like I just sometimes I'll just rest my
arm has
elbow
become
on his leg.
My leg has become your arm rest. That's
Or
great.
he'll
to know.
like bring his arm over and we'll just there you go. That's
It's
perfect.
like that really
That's in
dumb high
camera.
school picture that everybody wants to take.
Yeah,
where
it's
they're all
like
like
if the people who designed these
So-
phone cameras wanted people to cuddle. Like, do you ever think of that?
that is what.
Yes. Yes. Now I'm drunk.
You've heard it here first on the Hangover Podcast that Apple wants people to cuddle. That's their whole reason
Apple
for
wants
making
people to cuddle.
Uh,
Bumper
although-
sticker. I
which
get
is
the money
why
for it.
I don't own
I
an
just said it.
own an iPhone.
I just said it. I get the money for it.
Is that
Apple
it?
wants people to cuddle.
All
If
right.
that becomes a bumper sticker, I want the money for it. I want the 20 cents in revenue.
What you've just become is J. Jonah Jameson in Spider-Man 2 it was in the first one when he's like, hey,
Can't use the bat signal. I invented it. I get paid for it.
when he's just like, hey, coin the name Green Goblin. I want a quarter every time somebody says it. Like, and the guy responded with, "What about green mean?" Oh,
wow.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh wow. Okay.
hey, what's up, Tess? How's it going? Good to see you here on the live stream.
What's up, Tess?
Hope everything's going well for you. I think that one of the things I wanted to talk about majorly is, hey, CJ's watching. What's up, buddy? How's it going, man?
Hey, CJ.
One of the things I wanted to talk about majorly tonight that's actually been a huge deal. What's up, CJ? Oh, he just commented. Hey, hi. That's what he's. That's how every time that somebody writes a lot of I's, I have to shake my.
Hi.
Anytime, like especially like when your girlfriend or wife sends.
Hello.
Like, yeah, like it's like they like throw like 3 extra Y's at the end of it, and it's like hey or whatever, like or hey.
It's like when
something.
Ashley's sick. Like,
Don't. Oh my God, you're gonna go.
No,
You're gonna go there.
She hates this. I hope she has like logged on. I really hope she hates this because she sounds exactly like Bozo the clown bitching at me all day. when she's sick, she's like,
Bozo the clown.
why haven't you taken out the trash yet? You pissed me off.
Dude, what was it?
Get me some ice cream.
Yeah, because that'll totally fix your cold. Dairy is the worst thing you can use whenever you eat, like whatever, or the worst thing you can eat.
I need some Tylenol.
CJ says, I'm here.
Do you kids like balloons?
Calm it down, Pennywise. Oh my gosh.
If you lived here, dude, that would have been such a better movie if it was Bozo.
That was actually the first artist depiction that Stephen King used in the book, was that he looked like Bozo.
Why dude, that would have been so much creepier.
No, it wouldn't.
That would have been.
It would have been insane. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, that would have been so creepy.
Dude,
if it was literally Bozo.
Now, are you someone that's inherently afraid of clowns? Are you afraid of clowns?
No, I love clowns.
Love clowns.
I love clowns. I love puppet shows. Hate roller coasters. That's me.
Okay, so you're saying that in the grand scheme of things, that if you were in a dark alley, you'd much rather see an entrance to a roller coaster?
Fuck no. No, I want to see if I saw a clown, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to be entertained.
If you walked into a dark alley and you saw a clown in a dark alley, you would think you're about to be entertained.
Yeah, I'd be like, I really do love clowns.
I've always so full of shit.
I have always loved clowns.
Oh my god.
I have always loved clowns. I can put on one hell of a puppet show.
No, I know for a fact you can. It's great. Like,
it's great. It's on my Facebook. When my wife was sick, the death metal band Ghost, I made her teddy bear sing the music video to her, and she filmed the whole thing without me knowing.
Well, no, my point is that it's like clowns are scary because of where they are. If you're watching, are you afraid of clowns? Is anybody afraid of clowns that's watching? Comment below if you're afraid of clowns.
Are you afraid
either
of the dark?
on YouTube where this is going to be posted, or on the live stream that's happening right now? Comment below. So, no, but what are you doing?
I can hear that.
You can hear it? Yeah. Well, I mean, they can on the Facebook live stream. He's sniffing the microphone right now.
I'm also texting my brother.
Hey, what's up? Mike's watching. What's up, buddy? How's it going, man? Comment below and let us know that you're here. We're doing the Hangover Podcast. We're having a good old time. So Mike is a really awesome dude. He was the one guy that said that when we were watching Halloween 3, which Halloween 3 has nothing to do with any of the other films. It's a shitty film. Like it's a film that should have never been made. But Mike was the guy that said that if he was stuck in a room the premise of Halloween 3 is that they have masks that they put on kids or whatever, and if they watch a certain TV show or whatever, the frequencies that are sent out will kill them or whatever. Now, mind you, a really messed up topic.
I didn't like that at all. That was a reach.
No, but what he said was that
it was.
No, this is good. Mike basically said that he was like, dude, if I was stuck in that situation with these masks on and they started that frequency, he would look over at his friend that he's trapped with and go, Slipknot concert 1991. And sort of headbang.
That's awesome.
And he's like, we gotta get the masks off. We gotta headbang to get it off. Like Ozfest 1990 or 2001 or whatever it was.
Woodstock 99.
Yeah. Which I don't even think there was that much headbanging at Woodstock, because Woodstock was pretty chill.
No, Woodstock 99.
Oh, okay.
That's what ruined it for everybody. If you were there, you ruined it.
I think
if you don't know what
CJ just responded and he said so he's afraid of clowns. So CJ, if you were in a dark alley and you saw a clown,
I would think that I'm going to be entertained.
I would look at it like Pennywise wouldn't even come to my mind. I would just look at it and go, there's a guy in a clown costume and I'm not sticking around to find out why.
I mean, at least I wouldn't, if I literally if I was walking home and I turned down an alleyway and I saw a guy in a clown costume. Literally, me being me, I'm also 210 pound man, grown ass man, with a concealed carry. Literally, I would be a little weirded out that he is there, but. Okay, you're in the
dude. I'm sorry.
You're in the costume.
If I'm walking down a dark alleyway,
what are you gonna do?
Anything will scare me at that point, because you're already putting that mentality of like, hey, this is creepy. Don't know if I want to be here. And then something pops up. Man, it's Denim's watching. What's up? How you doing?
Hey.
Let's see. CJ said, agreed. Dark alley clowns, get the fuck out. Oh, God. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad someone agrees with me with this because, like, dude, like, it's like anybody. An elephant could be in a dark alley.
Okay, so I'm the guy on the other side. I like that. Okay, this is what makes radio work, people.
I'm hoping that by the end of this, that you are convinced that is not the way you should go.
No, I would be like, okay, this is how I would react, right? Okay, there's a guy in a clown costume. I would ask him, okay, you got any tricks? You're standing there in a
He's
clown.
not a magician.
If he pulls out a knife,
He's not a magician.
I'm
though.
an adult man.
Dude,
I'm going to pull out a gun.
No, he's not like the magician that tried to sell the cop weed. Like, it's like, have you ever seen that?
Yes.
Dude, that is one of the greatest
There's
things
nothing
ever.
in my hands. Nothing.
When he looks at him and he says, are you hiding anything? And he says, in a matter of speaking, yes. He's like, would you like to buy some marijuana? I am thinking $40. Oh my gosh. Cindy's watching. How you doing, honey?
Hey, Cindy.
How's it going? Good to see you on here.
Let me see your vape.
It's here at the we're having a little podcast tonight, just talking about life. So
let me clutch that.
Clutch what? What are you doing?
Your vape.
What? It's charging right now.
Vaporizer.
It's charging.
What?
Would you like to hit a vape that's dead? I don't think so.
No. That doesn't interest me at all.
Man, no, it's okay. So all right. So what in your mindset, if you were to think about like the crappiest movie sequel that's ever been made?
Holy shit.
It's okay, like just in your mindset of what is the crappiest movie sequel that you have ever seen?
The crappiest.
Because I guarantee I think it's not the worst movie, the worst sequel. Because I think that those are two different categories completely.
I can think of the best sequel.
Well, I mean, I can too, but mine's actually going to be very shocking to you about best sequel. But what do you think is the worst sequel of any? Well, okay, for everybody playing the home game, what is the worst sequel to anything that you've ever seen? Like a sequel that did not need to exist. Like it would have been so much better had they just left it alone. That's like it's one of those things where it's like the story did not work.
Smokey and the Bandit 3 really pissed me off.
I actually totally forgot that was even a thing.
Yeah, Smokey and the Bandit 3, because 1 and 2 were the same premise.
Yeah, it was simple.
And 3, Burt Reynolds wasn't even in it, I don't think.
Dude, that's well, it's okay. So, all right, the worst sequel I think in my mind that has ever been made, because the first film was probably one of the worst films ever made, was Troll 2.
Troll. Oh, I remember Troll.
It's that guy.
I never watched Troll 2, but I remember Troll.
CJ said Human Centipede 2.
Oh,
hold on. Sharknado 2.
That was perfect.
And The Hills Have Eyes 2.
I never saw the last.
Hold on. Hills Have Eyes 2 as in like 2000s version? Or are we talking like 1970s? Because was there a sequel to the 1970s one?
The Weeknd song?
No, The Hills Have Eyes. No, The Hills Have Eyes.
I know.
You're a dick. Okay, no, so like... No, it was because, oh my God. No, I would agree with those. Human Centipede 2 wasn't even a movie. That was just like... oh my God. That was the worst just a film I've ever seen in my life. That was just torture.
Which one? Human Centipede?
Human Centipede 2. The movie was shot in black and white, and the only color was brown.
Yeah. So me and Ashley, we sat down to watch it because we're like, okay.
Why?
And
why?
We had no idea what it was. It was when it first came out. It was the first one. No one knew, unless you've seen it, no one knew at that time what it was. I mean, it could have been just a slasher movie, which it wasn't at all.
That is beyond slasher movie.
So we sit down to watch it. We're literally, she's on my bed texting.
He clarified Hills Have Eyes 2. It was the 2000s version. They should have left it alone. Absolutely, I agree. Yeah, for sure. That was my gosh, that was bad.
So she's sitting on my bed texting. It was whenever it came out, and I'm at my computer. I turn it on, and she's like, we're both like, oh, this is disgusting.
Everybody watching, I gotta use the flashlight on my phone to see exactly how much battery life we got left. So let's see here. I don't know if I can. Oh, we're gonna go a different way. So let's see. You guys get to see what the setup looks like. Woo! Test game. All right, cool. Awesome.
We're good.
We're good on battery life.
We're good.
We're good. We got plenty of battery life
left. So anyways,
we're good.
I've never seen the first or second full through because I fast forwarded.
Right.
And guess what? It ended up the same place I thought it was going to. The movie's shit.
God, dudes, I actually watched Human Centipede 3 willingly.
The whole thing?
The whole thing from top to top.
I fast forward the whole. I streamed it and.
Well, because here's the thing: is that like it was
garbage.
It was awful. It was on Amazon Prime for like $6 or something. And the commercial for it looked like it was going to be like this B-rated like sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
So I thought like, and like that's one of the things that me and my mom love to watch is like you know like when you watch like there's a sci-fi movie called Big Ass Spider. Like you know for a fact they're not taking themselves seriously at all, and like it's just something to laugh at.
If I made a movie, hey, Big Ass Spider, there you go. It's a scary movie.
No, this is actually a good segue. If you want to grab the vape, I can go ahead and talk about this for a minute. So,
segue.
No, so okay, so basically, no, so I found that Human Centipede 3 was on Amazon Prime for like $6, like I said, and I was really excited because it looked like it was very self-aware that it was just going to be an awful film, and I remember finishing it and like it's like my whole point whenever I watch a movie is that like it's got to go somewhere. Like all of this has to be building to something. Like there's got to be a reason for this film to exist. There was 2 prior, they were awful, and like you know it's like that it's got to be building to something. The film, and I'm gonna spoil the ending for you. I mean, for those playing the home game, Dane just hit my vape, and he's dying now. Get it out. There you go. There you go. You can turn down the voltage, bro. Turn down the voltage. Too much voltage on the vape.
I'm not what I used to be. I used to be a vape lord.
Now he is not. No. So okay. So I remember watching the Human Centipede 3. Assuming that, are you good now?
I'm working my way up.
And I'm the whole time I'm watching Human Centipede 3, I'm like, this has got to go somewhere. Like this has got to be something, you know, worth it. And it's basically about CJ said you're a rookie.
Nowadays I am. I really am.
Oh my god. Anyway, so no, do you want to know how Human Centipede 3 ended? Do you want to know how it ended?
Oh, Kyle, how did it end?
Human Centipede 3 ended with the warden to the jail who put all 500, and I do mean 500, and accidentally his secretary as well into the Human Centipede.
Oops.
that was a big whoops moment.
Whoopsie.
He put them all into the Human Centipede.
Butthole and mouth are now sewn.
Not only did he make a human centipede, he made the human caterpillar. Do you know what the human caterpillar is?
Are they 2 separate things?
No, no, they're 2 separate things. The human centipede was people that would be released eventually, like people that served like 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, whatever. The human caterpillar was for people that served a life sentence that would never make parole. He cut off their arms and legs and then attached them ass to mouth.
Oh my god! Why was this allowed to be a movie? Oh my god!
So all that being said, there's a whole surprisingly there's a whole plot to this film, and basically what ends up happening is that the warden finally is stress-free because all of his inmates finally respect him because no wonder, like, they have no choice but other to
no
respect him.
Shit.
Yeah, right, yeah. Boom. And he is dancing on top of the prison naked as the sun sets and the camera goes up and the credits start. That is how they ended Human Centipede 3. That's the ending to the movie.
If that isn't the biggest fuck you like I've ever heard to anybody watching the movie.
Oh my god, dude! I remember calling my mom and because I showed her like, hey, this looks like a really good B-rated sci-fi movie, and she's like, well, let me know how it is. I might watch it. And I finally got a hold of her, and she's like, what was it like? And I said, well, Tom Six, who directed it, I watched the interview with him, and he said that the third one was going to make the second one look like a Disney film.
Oh my god!
And
somehow he got funding.
Yeah, and he got funding for it, and they said, okay, go ahead, and he was absolutely right. Like, I didn't even get into I can't even talk about the content on here. Like, it was that bad. It was crazy, man.
It's my wife.
Hey, what's up, Ashley? Thanks for jumping on here. Good to see you. No, but it was it was that bad. Like there was like stuff in this film that like totally surpassed the second one. Like it was that bad.
Oh my god!
It wasn't as dark and as gritty as the second one because the second one really didn't have a plot. It was just torture the whole time.
I never watched. No, like I said, we sat down. I skipped fast forwarded, like just skipped forward in the first one to the ending. And it ended up the exact same way that I thought it was going to.
Right. Well, it ends ambiguously, and it's like, and that's the thing is that it's like films that end.
Oh, I hope there's a sequel.
Well, no, God, no. Do you know why he made a trilogy out of Human Centipede? Like the whole reason
said it would never work.
Well, no, there is that, but no, he said that when you own the films, the three DVD boxes can become a centipede.
Oh my God! Really? That was like the one reason.
That was the only reason he made them. Like it was like, oh my gosh, no, but it was intense, dude. Like I
also,
remember.
Who's buying DVDs anymore? I haven't bought a DVD in so long.
You don't buy DVDs?
No.
Why not?
I mean, there is a few that I would like.
Oh my gosh,
but.
Well, actually, I will say this is that my wife actually brought home Jurassic Park the other day. Actually, it's sitting over there on front of the TV. She brought home
the original
a DVD
Jurassic Park?
of Jurassic, the original Jurassic Park. And that, dude, I actually have to have a confession to make, and I'm going to make this confession here on the Hangover Podcast.
Confess.
And I have to confess it right now. You are my priest right now. I'm going to
confess, my son.
I have never actually watched Jurassic Park all the way through.
Wow, you've had a long time to do that.
It's been out for easily 30 years.
30.
Like above. Actually,
yeah.
I think it's 40 now.
The Jeeps and Ford Explorers in that movie were brand new.
But the thing is, I remedied it because now what I mean by like I've never seen it before, like all the way through, was that like I saw the beginning, I've seen the middle.
You've seen highlights.
And I've seen the ending.
Yeah.
But I was so young when I watched it like that, like it didn't really keep my attention, which blows my mind because it's
Were you surprised
dinosaurs?
that Samuel L. Jackson gets eaten first?
Hold on to your butts.
Yeah. And he's smoking in a child's movie.
The whole time he's smoking.
Every scene he has a cigarette in his mouth in a child's movie. Yes, you do.
She says, yes, you do. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I do.
We do.
Thank you, honey.
Yes. For sure. Let's see. CJ said, phone's about to die. I'll watch the rest later. See you guys. Great podcast. Thanks, CJ. Appreciate it, brother.
Bye, CJ.
Sorry I got to that comment late. No, it's for anybody that's watching this on the live stream. Is that we're actually going to post this on the Hangover Podcast on YouTube.
Yeah, you guys are live on the Hangover Podcast.
Yeah, so as of right now, the podcast is just a still image that we put up with the audio and stuff. But we wanted to do something different, just kind of bring you guys on. So
and also that is different too.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, it is. So
and for anybody listening to the Hangover Podcast, sorry, we're also live streaming.
Dude, we have just made history. My mom is now watching the Hangover Podcast. Hi, Mom. Comment below and let us know what you think about it. What do you want us to talk about? Let us know what you want to talk about. Bring us a topic to talk about. Let's finish strong on this.
Let's finish with a blowout.
Let's finish with a really awesome topic. What would you like to see us talk about? We will literally talk about anything you want.
Give me a blowout.
Religion, politics, the Great Pumpkin, anything. We'll talk about anything. Anything we want to talk about.
And time.
Space. I love space so much. Actually, no, I lied. Actually, space is one of my biggest fears. That's one of my biggest fears. That and deep water. Space is one of my biggest fears ever. Is
deep water? Yes.
You want me to talk about you're saying my babies, but you mean I'm assuming your babies. So does that mean your pets, or does that mean me, Eric, and Devin? This is very, very crucial.
Am I your baby?
Is Dan your baby? This is more important. Is Dan your baby? Is he one of your babies?
I don't know whose baby I am.
Comment below and let us know. He's dying to know. Tell us.
I want to. Am I your baby?
What? No, you're
your
not.
Baby?
I'm not your baby.
I'm a big ass baby.
No, it's or maybe she was just saying that as in like, oh, it's my babies are talking. She's commenting. She's saying, She's thinking. Until she thinks about something.
Mama thinking.
My mama's thinking. Segue. I'll keep talking. So I think he's grabbing another beverage to talk. But it was ginger beer. Are you gonna make another Moscow Mule? Yeah. Is that what you're doing? Yeah. Moscow Mules are actually a really great mixed drink if you guys would like that. I think it's what is it? Vodka, ginger beer, and then I think it's got some lemon juice in it or something. So, oh God, we are not going to throw this away in an improper way. We're going to make sure that no animals were harmed by this 6-pack holder by any means. So, no, but yeah, no, I have a huge just dissatisfaction with just with like movie sequels and everything, because like I said, Troll 2 is one of the worst movies I've ever got to like just be a part of, because it has one of the worst death scenes. Yeah. The Leprechaun 2, actually Leprechaun 2 was a freaking masterpiece because he was in the hood. He was in the hood while he was talking to everybody and stuff, and like he bit off some guy's finger because he had a gold ring. So, this is probably the most laid-back podcast we've had in a while, and I really like this kind of format. It's good. Once again, for those playing the home game, we have our lavalier mics that are connected to pens. That way, we can actually use them proper.
This is very strong.
Yeah, it's a Moscow Mule. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna drink the Moscow Mule. I can't drink them.
Why?
I just don't like the taste of them. So that one's yours.
Well, fuck. Okay.
Let's see here.
I made it for you.
Let's see here. Ashley said, "What's with the comment delay? We're commenting like a solid minute before you guys see it." Really? That's crazy, huh? I don't know. Maybe it might be internet connection or something. I'm not sure why that's happening. What I want to do eventually is find a way that we can live stream with the audio and then actually use that for our YouTube video and stuff. So if we can have a live stream happening, it could be. I don't know. Oh, she said Jaws 4. Jaws the Revenge.
Jaws 4.
Did you know that there was a Jaws 4?
Hold on. Jaws 4. Now I can hear myself.
She said Jaws 4. That's crazy. Okay, well, Ashley, if there is a minute delay, keep commenting. Everybody comment away and get it on this thing. That way we can just keep talking to you guys. No, the Jaws 4. Okay,
I thought there were one. I thought there was one Jaws.
No, there's 4 of them. There's Jaws 1, then there's Jaws 2, then there's Jaws 3D, which was the first time they ever created like 3D like officially.
I love that.
Isn't it? Moscow Mule's really good.
That's great.
It's a great mixed drink. It's good.
I didn't know it was that simple.
Not a sponsor. Not a sponsor.
How?
No, Jaws 4 was okay. So this movie is so freaking bad that
okay, what's the premise? Why am I even asking?
Okay,
this?
Jaws 4. The tagline for the film is "This time it's personal."
Doesn't he say that in the first movie?
No, it was a shark, Dan. That's literally it. The shark was literally only.
Did the shark fuck his wife?
Oh my God, no! It was nothing like that.
Hold on.
She says yes. There seems to be a delay.
I'm sorry, guys.
That's odd.
We'll get to it.
No, but any comment that comes up, we'll talk about and we'll make sure that we hit on. So. No, Jaws 4, basically, like, the whole premise was that, if you remember the youngest brother in the original Jaws, the one that was, like, 5 years old or whatever, this is, like, 30 years into the future, so he's, like, probably, like I said, 35, 40 or something, and then, his older brother, is actually a metal worker or his wife is in Miami or in the Caribbean or something. So, the whole beginning of the film is that it's winter in their, like, I think it was like Maine or whatever it took place in or whatever, or New York or something.
Right on the ocean.
The beginning of the film is him going to clear some debris out in the ocean because he actually works for the police department and he is a Coast Guard kind of guy. And the shark eats him at the beginning and like rips him apart and everything. And it's actually really traumatizing. Like, it's actually a really like emotional like thing and stuff. Cause like he's like
they actually did good.
Oh yeah. Like it was really like really crazy. Then what ended up happening, for those just tuning in, we're talking about Jaws the Revenge and how bad it is.
Jaws the Reckoning.
So basically, Jamaica, they went to, that's right. Yeah. Mom said they went to, Jamaica. But here's the thing is that, the son comes up for his brother's funeral, right?
Yeah.
They have the funeral and they decide that they basically need to get away from everything. Like, it was a shark attack. It was too close to home and stuff that's happened before. They go to Jamaica. The shark follows them from New York to Jamaica.
God. Are you serious?
I am dead serious. The shark follows them from there to Jamaica. Not only that, how they kill the shark at the very end, like the rest
Oh,
of it
it's not a propane tank or an oxygen tank this time?
No, the oxygen tank was a great move. It was a fantastic move. What they do
I'm going to kill this son of a bitch.
Is that like through some situations, they finally find out that sharks react to sonar and that it's almost ear piercing for them. So they shove a flashlight into its throat. Okay. The guy that does it gets eaten. This is important. Remember that the black guy that got eaten was like alive or whatever when he got swallowed whole. Then they decide that they basically pulse a sonar off of the boat that drives it nuts, and it will pop out of the water or whatever and stuff, and it starts roaring.
It roars.
The shark roars.
What did
like the whole time, every time they fire it off. Then,
so sharks now have a voice box.
They have vocal cords, and to which then not only do they, because like every time it pops out of the water, it gets a little higher, then it gets a little higher. To which then only the back fin is in the water, and it's like flopping out. Not mind you, no momentum. It's just the whole time. They impale it with the ship. With the front mast, and the shark explodes.
Oh my God.
Dude, it is the worst thing I have ever seen in my life. I swear to God, like there's no remorse for me ever coming up with a dumb monster or a way to kill it. Like that was like they took something great that was Jaws
and made it Godzilla.
And Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Lou's
That's
watching,
what they made it.
Lou's watching. Say hi.
Hello, Lou.
Lou from the garage.
Hello. Hey, Lou.
What's
Betty
up?
Lou.
How's it
I
going?
know you. Hey, Betty Lou.
How you doing? Yeah, Mom said it roars like a lion. Dude, this shark roars like a lion.
Since you mentioned Jaws, I would like to, for anybody in my family watching, my great grandfather Dio Kirby was interviewed before the first Jaws was filmed to get information on the USS Indianapolis. When they're in the boat, Kyle's mom, when they're
assuming Mom, you're still watching. Let us know if you're still watching.
Yeah, let us know. In a minute, we'll see it. Apparently.
Yeah, right. Apparently, for everybody that's just tuning in, apparently there is a delay from when people are talking.
Yeah.
So just be patient, so it'll show up. So
in the movie Jaws, they're sitting on the ship and they talk about the USS Indianapolis, and it was a Navy ship in World War II.
With
secret cargo. There's still a movie with Nicolas Cage, actually, that's the main actor. Me and my brother still need to watch it.
I actually think I did see that one. That's
don't
weird.
spoil it.
No, I'm not going to. I'm just saying,
I know what happens.
Well, right, yeah.
But
it's kind of like Pearl Harbor. We all know how it's going to end.
Which he was also there too. But
right.
Anyways, so on the ship they're talking about the USS Indianapolis and what happened in 1945 to the USS Indianapolis. CJ Wright, I'm back. Oh, hey
what's
CJ,
up, buddy?
what's
He's
up?
back.
Sorry, it's been a minute since you said that, but
CJ, just to recap you, we have been talking about really crappy movie sequels that we thought that that were not worth it, and Mom brought
your mom's still here.
Mom's still here. Good to see you, Mom.
So
she said that the worst movie sequel she could think of was actually was Jaws: The Revenge. That's the worst sequel she could think of.
So to recap for you guys that just showed back up,
right? And Reese is watching. What's up, buddy?
What's up, Reese? Anyways, my great grandfather was interviewed for that movie, and I don't know if it was the director. Wasn't it Spielberg?
Yeah, that was film.
I don't know if it was him or just one of his goons that showed up, but they talked to him because he was there. And what happened to the USS Indianapolis was they're carrying precious cargo from San Francisco to X. No one knows. I think it was. Right. I think it was Hawaii.
It was super secret, like just everything that they did.
Yeah, they didn't know where they were going. But anyways, they got sunk by a Japanese torpedo. And what happened was there was like 2,000 crew members on the ship, and about 400 survived because they went into the ocean, and it was a battleship. So when it sunk, all it left was a giant, massive puddle of oil. So imagine floating in the middle of saltwater, bottomless ocean.
Oh.
And he was 16 years old.
Like I said, that's my fear, dude. I'm like, dude, like deep water is no good.
He lied about his age,
bueno.
too. He lied about his age, too. So imagine being the 16-year-old you on a battleship when the whole world wants to kill you.
Man, that's insane.
And you get torpedoed. You're in the middle of the ocean.
Right.
The ship goes down. And what he did was, he was 16 years old, and he was a very polite man. He held on to the side of a life raft and let the injured get on first.
Right.
Meanwhile, they're all covered in oil. So they start roping themselves to each other's backs.
Yeah.
To sleep. One would sleep, one would swim for hours. Hours and hours and hours. Days. It was 3 days before anybody showed up.
Hold on, real quick. Actually, Reese said something. He said, that's cool. Matt Lanter from Timeless, his grandfather survived the Indianapolis, and he played his grandfather in the movie.
Wow, I would love, actually, in real life, I would love to talk to you and trade stories about our great-grandfathers.
Absolutely, that'd be great. Actually,
I really mean that. Like, yeah, I got his medals and stuff. Like, we can really talk about it.
That'd be really cool. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Reese. That's cool, man. That's awesome.
But yeah, so you can agree with me on this. You probably heard the stories through the grapevine of them. One morning he woke up. He was roped to his friend in the back, and he nudged him. He wouldn't wake up, so he untethered the rope and swam around, and his friend bobbed upside down, and the whole lower half of him is gone.
Right.
From a shark.
And it's the fact that he didn't even notice that it was even happening. Yeah.
Yeah, and he slept through it.
Yeah, that's...
and then he gets home, and my grandmother would tell me stories about the night terrors that he would have, the nightmares. Her mom would tell her he'd be laying in bed and start kicking because he would think that he's still in the water.
Yeah, swimming, right, yeah.
And it was a brutal thing that they went through. It was
that's
brutal.
The thing is, too, is like that especially makes that scene even more better. Like, it makes it even better, like, you know, with that, like, when Quentin's talking about everything that's going on, like, you know, when he, because actually, apparently they said that he actually did that scene twice.
Really?
And it was ad-lib, but it was still like, you know,
well,
like
it's
it was
something
still,
he wanted to do because it had to do with fighting sharks and how brutal they could be.
Right. And it's
so he really wanted to put it home.
Well, the crazy thing was that Spielberg actually had him do the scene drunk, and then he did it sober. And I think that, if I'm not mistaken, I think that when you watch the final cut, that it's actually like certain parts of it are one take, and then another parts of it are other takes. Because he did it all like, you know, like one continuous take for the entire time to get the story out. Yeah. Because like I mean, God rest his soul. Like, that actor was awesome. Like, I guess he died of a heart attack or whatever. Like not recently, but like I think it was like 80s or something. But
that's great.
But dude, like, that's insane, dude. Like, it's like that is like just good filmmaking, because it's like, dude, Jaws was better than the book. Like, it was better.
I never
than
read the book.
Jaws. That's what
I just saw the movie like everybody else.
See, Mom just said any Friday.
That's awesome.
She said any Friday the 13th after number 2.
Number 2.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Any Rob Zombie fuck up of the movie.
No, Rob Zombie did Halloween.
Halloween. Okay.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Now, I will say this: Rob Zombie's the first Halloween was very good. I thought that was a solid film. But
which one is the one where the one girl who didn't do anything to anybody, like, dies the most miserable, violent way at the end?
Oh God, you could take your pick with any film with that.
Like, it's literally no. There's the girl. There's the really, really pretty girl. She died the most miserable, gruesome, bloody way, and all she did the whole time was stay in her house. And her friend shows up at the end, and there's blood everywhere. They find her in the bathroom on the floor.
Right.
And that was the one where they couldn't kill Jason, like with a bullet.
Yeah, right.
Or something like that.
Yeah, he became that unstoppable force. Yeah.
CJ agreed. First one was great.
No, I'm assuming that you're talking about the first Jaws, or you're talking about the first Friday the 13th. Because honestly, I mean, any of those guys, like, or any of those films and stuff were great when they first started. That is higher on a voltage. Just be careful. So. Bring it down to 30. It's okay. We won't judge you.
Bring it down. I'll bring it down.
No. Okay. So.
I'm sorry.
No, because like the thing is that when you watch the second Friday the 13th, that's the first time that Jason was introduced as being the killer. Because the first one, it was his mom.
I don't remember his mother.
Yeah, because she wanted revenge on letting him drown.
Was this the first remake?
No. The very first Friday the 13th.
I don't remember.
CJ says, "Here we go again."
With the vape, I get it. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sorry,
it's been a while.
No, but because like that was actually one of the things that they used in the movie Scream when he was because it was a whole like like when he gave her movie or scary movie trivia, like if you answered all of them correctly or whatever, then she would be able to live. Okay. And she said, and he was basically like saying which movies or I'm totally messing up on words. It was basically name the main antagonist for each of these horror films. And he said Halloween, and she said, "Oh, that's Michael Myers," and she was like panicking and stuff because her boyfriend was outside being held captive by him, and she was being given all of these different horror movies, and when he said Friday the 13th, she panicked and said, Jason, and he said wrong. Jason wasn't introduced until the second movie.
Is Jason's mother?
Yeah, Jason's mom was.
I don't remember that. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm lacking.
Granted, like the thing is that there are so many there are so many sequels to that, and this is kind of like what the point I was drawing with earlier is that like when you have unnecessary sequels where like I think their original intent was that they wanted to make 13 different Friday the 13th movies to kind of like be poetic in a way.
Yeah.
But I mean. I don't know. It was one of those things where I was like, I didn't want to see that many. But in the same hand, too, it's like, dude,
13 movies.
They wanted to make 13 movies out of it.
Crap.
And they ended with, as far as I know, with the original series was Freddy versus Jason, which was a great movie.
I remember that. I remember that one. That was great.
God, that was actually every year for choir. My buddy TJ. Before he graduated, we always had like the end of the year, like where there was like 2 weeks where we had nothing to do because all of our concerts were done, and stuff. It was basically study hall, and our teacher would say, okay, like if we can get everybody to agree on a movie, we'll pretty much watch anything, I mean, within reason that's not rated R.
Yeah.
And TJ would raise his hand, and he said, he was like, let's see, Levi's watching.
Levi,
what's up, dude? How's it going, man? Haven't seen you in a long time. Hope everything's well, brother. No,
I thought I saw you the other day, but it wasn't you. I said hi to a person I don't know.
Isn't that the most awkward situation ever?
It's like, Levi! And he turned around. I'm like, why'd you even turn around? You're not Levi.
It just happened to be that person that turned around to look at you.
Right, yeah. It looked exactly like you from the rear.
No, basically.
I like looking at your rear, by the way.
Oh, my gosh. Here we go.
This is a joke.
Har, har, har. Har, 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 har. Har, har, har.
Ha, ha, fuck yourself.
So, I totally forgot what I was even saying. You totally, let's see. Oh, Brian, hey, your brother's watching.
Hey, what's up? I just got a text from you, I think.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Right now.
Welcome to the Hangover Podcast.
Let me read Brian's text right now.
Let's see what he said.
He said, okay.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
All right, Brian, Brian and Bethany, everybody that's watching, basically what we're talking about is that we're talking about really crappy movie sequels that never should have been made, and we got onto the whole horror franchise of things that should have never been made, and we were basically talking about it's Freddy versus Jason. That's what I was saying.
Freddy versus Jason. We were just talking about.
And but basically what TJ would do is that he raised his hand. And our teacher looked at him and said, what is it you want to watch? And he's like, I'm going to suggest the movie that I've been suggesting for the past 7 years, and that's Freddy versus Jason.
What?
And she looked at him and basically said, no, that's not happening.
Isn't there like cuss words and stuff? I mean, it's rated R.
There's full on like softcore porn through that movie. Like,
okay.
That movie is awkward to watch just with your family or friends, let alone watching in a high school
I know
setting.
my wife's preschool class can't play anything over G. So
no, not at all. No.
I mean, high school, right? I mean, nowadays isn't any different.
No, it's just we're all wussified. So, but no, it was just so interesting to me to see how much that they've done it and that they've gone through it. And actually, apparently, John Carpenter, who actually made the original Halloween,
Christine.
Yes, what?
Christine.
He made Christine.
Yes, John Carpenter.
Really?
Yeah, John Carpenter.
Someone Google it and tell us right now if
I'm right.
If he
tell me I'm right.
Let's see. So
John Carpenter. Stephen King did the book. John Carpenter.
Dude, Wade's watching. What's up, buddy? How's it going, man? Haven't seen you since high school. How's it going, brother?
But Stephen King did the book.
Yeah, right,
which I own.
And then John Carpenter
directed did the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, John Carpenter
based on Stephen King's book.
Somebody actually asked John Carpenter what he thought of Rob Zombie's remake of Halloween because like that's his baby.
I would love to hear this.
Oh, you don't know about this?
No.
Oh my God,
I've never heard this. John Carpenter is one of my favorite directors ever.
So basically, what John said was that I mean you can find the interview. I'll see if I can find it on YouTube and stuff. I'll put it in the description below on the YouTube page. But what he said was that he was like actually he's like I kind of have a problem even like mentioning or talking about it only because of what I'm about to say. And, and what he said was that he was like, Rob Zombie called me and said, hey, I want to get your permission to do this film. And he's like, what am I allowed to do with it? To which John Carpenter said, dude, like, it's your vision of Michael Myers. Do what you feel is right with it. Like, he's like, do your thing. You know, it's now your new vision of it. And he said, Rob Zombie lied in an interview and said that he was completely against him remaking it. And
really?
And he was just like, and this is verbatim what John Carpenter said. This is not Kyle's opinion. This is what John Carpenter said, was that he was like, dude, he's like, why that piece of shit lied, I don't know. But
John Carpenter fucking said that about Rob Zombie.
So basically what it came down to was that he was like, you have to understand that's going to paint a lot of my opinion of the movie. But he said that take all that aside, he said I wasn't too keen on the fact of how they went into so much of the history of Michael Myers. Where like he was like, it's not.
It did take a while.
And he said it was more so that like it kind of took the scare factor out of him just because it was like, dude, like Michael Myers is supposed to
humanized him.
It did.
It did. I mean,
it was just like he wanted to see Michael Myers more like as a force of nature rather than like a person kind of a thing. And which I get, but like he said, he was like, I don't understand why he lied about it. But here's the interesting thing too, is that I actually did some research this past week and was trying to find the interview where Rob Zombie said that. Yeah. And I can't find it. So I don't know whether or not like it got taken down or if it never did happen. I mean, but
honestly, John Carpenter, I mean, people watching might not agree with me, but John Carpenter has more say so.
No, correct. Right. Yeah, no, he
Rob
definitely
Zombie.
does. Hey, what's up, Kevin? Kevin Artan's watching. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up? My
How's it
wife
going, man?
said, I hate to admit it, Dan's ever right, but he's right. My wife said she hates to admit anytime I'm ever right, but I am right.
Dude, Kevin just shared our video. Thanks, brother.
Hey, thank you for sharing.
Kevin's actually a good friend of mine from when I went to college in New York. Me and him.
We knew you'd come back for us, Kevin.
So he's an awesome dude, man. I can't say enough good things about him. So basically everybody that's playing the home game, as I've said it multiple times. He said, what up, Hangover boys?
Hangover boys?
Yeah.
Boys?
No, Kevin, what we're talking about is that we're basically talking about the idea of unnecessary sequels, and we got into the idea of like horror franchises and how unnecessary that they really are.
But I'm changing it up.
You're changing it up? You're going to change it up? What you got?
Change it up.
You got something?
I'm going to change it up.
Yeah. So what you got?
Best sequels ever. Okay, I can name two right now.
You got okay. All right, so we're switching it up completely. Best sequels ever made.
Yeah, because if you just showed up, we're changing it up right now.
I just lost my earbuds. Hold on 1 second. Keep talking. You can do your thing. It's gonna take me a second.
You can tell we're like off tomorrow because of 4th of July.
Hold on a second. Bethany just commented. She said, "There's only one movie that in the world that I think has too much credit, and that is the Rocky Horror Picture Show. It has so much hype, but the movie sucks. The fan base and the live shows make it."
Totally
and
agree.
then, let's see here. It says see more. Let's see here. It had the fan base and the live shows make it, and then they made it shock treatment.
Who's that? Bethany? Bethany, can you tell me? Have you ever been to like a one of those midnight showings?
That's one thing I've always wanted to do, and I never got a chance to.
Oh, my God. No, you don't. No, you don't. Bethany,
What?
Bethany, right now, you haven't even answered the first question yet. But if you have, you can agree with me. I showed up there. It was at Rolling Acres. If anybody locally remembers that.
Oh,
it's
torn
down now.
Rolling Acres Mall, dude. It's like the most haunted place in America right now.
Yeah, I was 17 years old. I was with a chick who really, really wanted to go fat scene chick that really, really wanted to go. And so I went.
You
and
just hit every stereotype.
I was, yeah. It was a fat scene chick in 2008 that really wanted to go. And I was in a crop top and a skirt. That's what I wore. And
you wore a crop top?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I was dressed total tranny for this.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
And I got some dude, some homosexual man, walked up behind me, grabbed my butt. Welcome to the Hangover Podcast.
Yeah, right.
Grabbed my butt and grabbed my face and put his mouth on mine.
Oh, God.
And I dude, while it was all I could say is run. Like, that's all I could say. And I pushed him off. I'm like, dude. And he's like, come on. I like looked at he gave me the look like, look at you. And I was like, no.
That does not give you the right.
You can't just assume that I want to make out with you. A man. I was like, no, that's cool if you're gay, but I'm not. I just chose. It was the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Have you ever seen it? Yeah, have you ever seen it? There's a lot of trannies in there. I thought it was funny.
Man,
I thought it was funny.
No, can we all agree that Tim Curry was the best thing about that film?
Bethany, yes, I have. My husband was Lart of the cast. And my husband was on that cast.
She said that was uncalled for, that he grabbed your ass like that.
Yes.
So. Let's see.
Kevin said, I was once hit on by a gay dude who gave me a rose in a Baltimore hotel.
You said I was chaperoning for a youth group trip. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Permission is always key. Yeah, exactly. No, just because me, a 210-pound man with mostly muscle mass, is dressed up in a mini skirt and a crop top and high heels, that does not give you permission to come up and grab my butt and try to make out with me.
No, Jason's back. Jason's back and watching.
Jason!
What's up, buddy? Jason Young.
Hey, comment if you know. Comment below if you know what game that's from. Jason!
It wasn't Friday the 13th, the video game?
No.
It wasn't?
No,
okay,
it was, no, I'm not going to say it. Comment below now.
Let's see.
And it was from Heavy Rain.
Let's see. Bethany says it was the 69th floor, so they are now at the Westin Barberton, apparently.
Really?
So, and then Kevin said, to my defense, I was not wearing a crop top.
Okay, so both of these people were there, but Kevin, one, you can agree with me that dressing up like a tranny to go to one of these midnight showings is appropriate.
Correct.
And then Bethany can agree with me that they do happen. And when it was at Rolling Acres, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, correct.
So,
yeah,
man,
I mean, there is something to be said about like being in the live atmosphere and stuff, and like it's always better to kind of like to get like that fan base like feed off of kind of thing, you know, and like that's a really cool thing.
Not even for that movie, but for that mall that's not even there anymore.
Right.
Like we can show up, we can go there to the ruins of the mall.
Dude, it's actually, you can't even get inside now. You can't.
Really?
Yeah, it's because
I have videos on my Facebook of us riding dirt bikes through the mall.
Oh my god!
And like we were drifting cars in the.
Well, no, it's actually, there was a time that we actually thought about trying to do a Last of Us short film, and we thought about trying to get permission to film inside of Rolling Acres Mall.
Just break into it.
I would much rather not serve jail time for such a thing.
No. I mean, honestly, that's the one thing. Cops don't go there. Or didn't at the time.
Right.
They did not go there.
Well, because it wasn't a hot button issue at that time.
My wife is one. Bethany. Movie itself sucks. Actually, we miss the fireworks every year. Sorry, honey. Hey, there's pictures of me at those shows. Yeah, dressing up was appropriate. Yeah, there you go.
That's the whole thing. Bethany, that's the only time that you can get away with that in public, like doing an event like that.
Yeah, she just agreed with me that dressing up like a tranny is it's appropriate.
Right, and this does not mean that we have a problem with trannies. You do you.
No, it's the movie.
But it's
every tranny knows. Can I even say tranny? Every transgender knows that movie.
Yes, but anybody knows that movie. My grandmother knows what Rocky Horror Picture Show is. She doesn't like it.
I'm sure like my brothers don't know what that movie is.
Man, I will say, I disagree that the movie sucks only because of the fact that I see
CJ.
Let's see. I want to come have a beer with you and Dan soon. Absolutely, dude.
Come tonight.
That's it. We're here, man. You can come on over if you
come
want
on
to.
over. We're not too far away.
That's it. You might actually even show up while the podcast is happening. You can end up on the podcast if you come over soon. No, the thing is that I remember somebody saying that Tim Curry, like it was one of my coworkers said that he was so attractive in that film because he was able to walk around as confident as he did in high heels.
Confidence. That's one.
Like, dude,
okay, hey, any girls in the pod or on the comments? Confidence. How attractive is it?
Confidence is very attractive to women.
We just skirt over here to the left. We're now topic.
We're now talking about
topic.
We're going to talk about what attracts women.
Confidence.
Because apparently me and you are experts at that, right?
Oh yeah,
totally.
Totally. Confidence.
Let's see. Bethany says, I've seen Weirder doing thief shows. I played Jeanette once, haha, and I had guys come in underwear and a corset. Oh man, CJ said, on my couch sick, or I totally would. Text me the next podcast and I'll be over. For sure, brother.
Hell yeah, CJ.
Definitely. Let's see here. I'm actually going to check our battery life on here real quick. So
here you go, guys.
The phone is a light. So, all right, we're doing all right. We'll probably kill it in the next like 5 or 10 minutes or so just to be safe. It says, so Bethany said he was the highlight of the movie for sure. Nobody ever watches a film with Tim Curry and thinks that he's going to be the weak link of the movie. No, never. He's like Daniel Craig. Like when Daniel Craig was in Girl with a Dragon Tattoo. Like nobody looks at that movie and goes, you know what, the movie sucked and Daniel Craig didn't do that good.
Daniel Craig sent the 007 genre
to a whole
other level. Like he is James Bond to me.
Yeah, it's
he really is. Like I even grew up in the 90s, the first 007. And or Goldeneye.
Right.
The spy who...
Not the first, because there were so many. We had like Sean Connery, then you had all the other guys that were for him. Well,
Sean Connery, if you look at those old movies, like my wife, sorry to say this, honey, because I know you're on the comments, but she's never seen any movies. And I showed her, I was like, well, she walked in one day, I think. I was watching an old ass 007 movie with Sean Connery in it. Mm-hmm. Or James Bond movie, not 007, but...
Right.
I think it was The Spy Who Loved Me. And she loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it. And he is so, what's the word for it? Just masculine, and like he'll just slap the waitress's ass when she leaves like the table, and just so degrading the entire time.
God, that's
and
awful.
She loved it. So we watched the next one. We got to, I think, Skyfall. Is
that the most recent one, or what was it?
I think that's the most recent one. Like we watched it.
Dude, Mouse is watching. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up?
Going? Mouse is the guitarist I was telling you about.
Hell yeah, I saw you guys back in the day.
What's up, bro? How's it going,
2009.
Man? Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
All right, Mouse. Well, basically, what we've been talking about, we've covered a majority of topics, and basically what we're talking about is that we went from unnecessary movie sequels that were just horseshit, and now we've moved on to what attracts women. What do you think attracts women?
Frederick,
what would you say?
What up, Knuckle? CJ right, badass. Bethany, Kyle, keep forgetting I'm married, and wondered why my name is this one instead of I don't know.
Anyway, yeah,
Frederick.
That's it. Frederick is Mouse. Yeah. See, is this the vape session?
Come on over, Frederick.
Yeah, man. I will send you my address if you want to stop over, brother. We'd love to have you.
Fell on his head, and he blamed his he blamed his shelf.
One time Sean Connery's books fell on his head and he could only blame his shelf.
I get it. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's great. What was it? I think somebody posted a meme that had a sign that was on a billboard that said local shingles for sale. And to which it had Sean Connery underneath of it, and it said, "Shingles, you shing?
Shingles? Are you shingle?"
Bethany did agree that confidence is great. That's a big deal.
Confidence.
Because it's. I mean, I don't know. It's like one of those.
I've never known what the fuck I was doing. Ever. My wife will say.
I was clueless the whole time when I was dating, or before I dated my wife, that she was even interested. Man, like that's how it comes down. Oh, Kevin says you have to say it with the accent. Let's see. Dude, Eddie's watching. What's up, buddy? Haven't seen you since college, man. How's it
What's
going, man?
up?
Hope everything's well.
I've never seen you.
Welcome to the Hangover Podcast. You would like him. He's good.
I would like
He's a good
you.
guy.
I would like you.
Everybody give Eddie some love. He's an awesome dude.
Everybody comment, hey, Eddie.
Jason said, instead of staring at my machine, I'm staring at two beautiful men. We are gorgeous, aren't we?
No, like that I think that's no, I didn't I was agreeing with you and then
and then you moved on. Yeah, you moved on. Yeah. Yeah.
No, my wife hates my guts. Hates them. Hates my guts.
You better have a redeeming factor here.
No, she will tell you that I am very confident. Even when I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm very confident.
CJ just said hi, Eddie, and then Jason said, hiya, Georgie.
Hey, Georgie.
Oh, let's see. Any man confident enough to wear heels and a crop top.
Ingrid Iron-Glass was a shifty Jew.
Bethany said, any man confident enough to wear high heels and a crop top is confident enough to have fun.
Oh, yeah. I was very confident.
That's so cool. And then actually,
Maybe
this said, hiya, Georgie.
Okay, let me connect the dots. This is all the girls on the comments. We'll see a guy connect the dots right
Absolutely.
now.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
yeah.
so
yeah.
me and my wife, we've been together for 10 years. We've been married for 2. No, 1? 2? I can't remember.
You better get that right, man.
I don't care. But so, and like I said, when we first met each other, I was just some douchebag kid hawking used cars out of a fucking garage. And she was way more attractive than I could ever get at that point.
Yeah.
Was it because I was confident? Yes, I'm confident that it was.
You're confident that it was that you were confident.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Then maybe that's the reason she stuck around. She's like, why is he so confident?
It's hold on. Mouse. You said that's not a good idea. What's not a good idea? Clarify that, because there was a lot of comments before and stuff. And apparently somebody said that there was a minute delay between.
Yeah. There's a minute delay.
Clarify for us. That way we know what's going on. So
you need to see the future. You need to see what we're going to talk about a minute ahead of time.
Mouse said, "Oh my God, dude, you need to know that shit."
What?
I don't know.
What? We don't know.
Let's see.
We're only seeing it now.
She said, "What kind of math do you do? We've been married for 6 months."
6.
Oh my God.
But we've been together.
Well, no,
since 2011, early 2011.
In Dan's defense, you guys have been together for a while, and that can cause some confusion there.
Come on.
So, but. All right, guys. Well, hey, I actually got 15% left on my phone here, so I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up.
We're gonna wrap this up. This was a good night.
This was awesome, man.
This really
was cool.
We might do this again.
Mouse said it was the comment about the heels and the crop top.
Got you, buddy. Wait,
awesome.
which comment? What?
About a man that is that confident to wear heels and crop top or whatever is willing to have fun, which I think that there is a part of that. So. Let's see. Kevin said, "Thanks for the laugh, gents. I'm out for now. Happy 4th." All right, brother. Hey, have a safe trip and everything.
God bless America.
Hope everything's going great, guys. Have a really great 4th of July. Be safe. Have some awesome drinks. Get around with some awesome people.
And wherever you are listening to the Hangover Podcast, I hope you're happy.
Yes, absolutely. And what would be a solid way for us to end? I think it's the third podcast.
Usually that's how I sign off.
That's how you sign off?
Usually, yeah.
Oh, I messed that up. I'm sorry.
Usually I say, and wherever you're listening to the Hangover Podcast.
Wherever you are.
I hope you're happy.
Tell me out.
I wouldn't say that nowadays.
No, sorry. Okay, well, sorry. I'll cut that out. Probably.
I talked to him about that.
It's just like it's that.
If you get that reference,
anyway.
comment below.
So. All right, let's say Bethany just said goodbye. She said night, guys. So, all right, guys. Well, hey, we're gonna go ahead and post this actually on my Facebook. Yeah. So if you guys have ideas,
we're gonna post it.
Chad's watching. What's up, buddy? How's it going, man?
What's up, Chad? We're just signing out.
So yeah, you missed the podcast. So.
Yeah, you missed all of it.
Sorry. Let's see. Bethany said I'm going to drink my wedding wine. So hey, have a good night. So.
Fun.
Anything like honestly,
have
guys.
Fun, Bethany.
This, like I said, this will be posted on YouTube. So if you guys have any ideas of things that you want us to talk about, just go ahead and just put them on
any
here.
games that you want to be played.
Yeah. So yeah,
just crazy wild games.
Yeah, we'll play anything. So
drunk.
Yeah, the Drunk Gaming Podcast. Yeah. So no,
Should we give them a little poke of the new?
Oh yes,
gaming?
they're actually. We'll talk about this, and we'll go ahead and sign off.
Okay.
So we actually
Perfect way.
there is another there will be another episode of
There's a new episode.
new episode of Drunk Gaming that's coming out, and we do try
2.0.
we do try a new game, and it's one of those things where like we tried something that we thought was going to work, and it just didn't. Like
it didn't work.
We won't reveal
But what was that game?
Oh my god, I just lost the game.
I can't remember the game that we played. It's actually really popular right now.
No, I remember the name of the game. I was talking about the fact that I just lost the game. You know, the game. If you think about it.
Oh, the game. Yeah, I just lost it.
I
Yeah.
just lost it.
I've been winning that since 7th grade, by the way.
Mouse said we should talk about people of Walmart.
I could talk about that all night long.
Absolutely,
We
dude.
only have
I love that
15%
idea.
battery left.
Yeah. If anybody's
really talk about that all night
anybody
long.
that's watching this, know this thing is that we will talk about people of Walmart eventually, and then also
Tune in next time
And you have just lost
to
the game.
Battlestar Galactica.
Awesome, guys. Let's see. Oh, Chad's mad because he lost the game.
Oh.
Yeah, all he posted was the angry emoji. No, guys, no. Chad's an awesome dude, man. He's the reason why I'm here today, man. Like Chad was actually my youth pastor back in the day.
Oh, awesome.
So yeah, it's a big deal, man. He's awesome. He didn't Ashley said, "Mother effer, I now just lost the game."
My wife just said, "Motherfucker, I just lost the game."
Oh my gosh. Oh man, that was a huge thing at youth group. And actually, I have one more thing. I just remembered this is that Bethany and Chad, if you guys are still on here, Chad, do you remember us making up that fake band called the Blood Blisters?
The Blood Blisters.
We came up with a fake because we were tired of everybody in youth group. Not it wasn't everybody, but all the guys in youth group that were basically tool bags that would like invade on your conversation and pretend to know what you're talking about. So what we did was that we made up a fake band called the Blood Blisters that was based out of Mississippi. And basically what it was that they had 5 albums, and Chad came up with all of these awesome album names. One of them was Chocolate Laugh. The next
Chocolate Laugh.
The next one was Cavity, ironically. Then the next one was Babies on a Windshield.
What?
And then I think it was only 4. Then the fourth one, which was their multi-platinum selling record,
Multi-platinum.
which it was halfway to hypothermia.
What? That is awesome, dude.
So Bethany was there. Bethany was actually the one that totally and Chad just said they were so much better live.
They were so much better live.
No, okay, so basically what
You're not even a
turn
fan.
that down. Turn the vape down because it's going to be intense on you if you try to use it. Okay, so so basically what happened was that me and him were having this conversation about this band that does not in fact exist as far as we thought.
like my death metal band, Tomb of Feces.
Yeah, Tomb of Feces.
Yeah, Tomb of Feces.
and
They're
what ended
great.
up
They're going
happening-
to play at the House of Blues this weekend.
And so Chad and I were basically carrying on this conversation to see if anybody would like chime in and stuff because we had like a full discography and
Just
like,
to see if someone would say, I saw them.
Dude, we had band members picked out and like people who had left the band and who had like filled in later. Like,
just
it
to
was, like,
see who would agree with you and who wouldn't.
just see like
Dude, that's the perfect way to like figure someone out when you work with them.
Chad.
That's the perfect
Chad, I
way,
remember
dude.
all of those albums, and I will never forget it.
Kevin, literally, were you guys doing that? Like,
it was Chad, not Kevin.
or Chad? Sorry,
Sorry.
Chad. Were you guys like doing that to see if someone's like, yeah, I saw them live?
Oh yeah, because we had people that were like, oh yeah, because like what we said.
You had people agree with you?
Yeah, because what it was
Oh
that,
my
like,
God,
For
dude.
instance, the way the conversation would go is I would look at Chad and I would go like, dude, like how do you feel about halfway to hypothermia? And Chad would be like, dude, like ever since Joey left, it's just not the same. Like I don't know why.
Oh my
like, and like people
dude.
would feed onto it.
my God.
To which Bethany said, what band is this? And we were like, oh, they're the Blood Blisters. They're a thrash metal band based out of Mississippi. The next day on my Facebook, she posted a link to a live video of a 3-piece thrash metal band called the Blood Blisters that's based out of Mississippi.
No
I
shit.
shit you not. Dude, it was the craziest thing. And Chad just said that is awesome that you remember. I read that one. Then he said the posers were exposed.
Oh yes, that's what I'm saying, dude.
Dude, it was the Blood Blisters.
You know what other game you totally forgot about till now?
What's that? God. Oh.
I got him, dude.
God.
I got you, dude.
No,
Oh my-
those things get me through my work day, dude. Whenever I'm having a rough day, that's all I can think about. It's just awesome times from youth group.
Batwing.
Dude, the Batwing. Dude, I'm not going to get into the
Waiting.
game right now. No, you're waiting.
Yeah, the Batwing.
You gotta call the guy gay and kick him in the ass, otherwise it doesn't count.
It doesn't count if you don't call him gay.
Man, no, it's oh my gosh, yeah, no, Chad, dude, oh my. And
No, honestly,
Bethany just said that she remembers that from that. That's so crazy.
No, I was on
That's
the
funny.
job with. I was on a job once before I work where I do now, and my pants ripped like all the way up to the crotch, and yes, my wife's gonna comment that I don't wear underwear because I'm 26, and why?
I wear underwear
Why?
because it's uncomfortable without it.
It's uncomfortable with it.
We'll have a conversation.
Comment below. But anyways, I ripped my pants all the way up the crotch. So I was at work. I ripped my pants all the way up to the crotch, and I turned to my coworker and I said, "You want to see it?"
Oh my.
That's what gets me through the workday.
This took a turn that
I was a
did not want it
manager.
to.
I was a manager at Lowe's.
Oh, that's right. No, hold on. Bethany just said, she said we had that conversation on the way to Winter Jam. I remember that.
Which conversation?
Oh, about the blood
Blood blisters?
Yeah, about the blood blisters. Yeah, dude, oh my gosh, that's crazy, man. Oh my gosh,
Dude, do you hear that thunder? Thunder. Feel the thunder. Lightning in the thunder.
thunder.
Oh, two different songs going on right now. Two different songs.
Dude, we got a bunch of laughy smiley faces.
Laughies.
That's awesome.
Conversation on the.
Yeah, we already read that.
Oh,
We
oops.
already read that.
I'm
comment.
trying to catch up on the comments. So we're gonna.
I think this is a good solid place to end. Although we already said that.
Are we gonna
so.
break out chargers because neither of us are working tomorrow, or are we gonna end it now? Comment below. Are we gonna break out? Guys, hold on. Hold the phone. Hold on to the phone. Okay, guys, come here.
Come close.
Come here.
Close.
Come here. Guys, listen. Okay, I can fix this. Our sound machine right here is low on battery, and then our phone is on low battery, but I can fix it. We can plug these things in. So I need you to comment.
I don't have a
Shush.
okay.
Shush. I'm sorry to be so harsh, but you better shush up. Shush it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry I was so harsh to telling Kyle to hush it. I'm sorry.
You're
but
sorry.
we can fix this.
I
We can
accept your
plug
point.
in things.
We can even change
My wife
the,
said
batteries.
you should wear underwear. I spend time doing laundry for you every day. She just
we actually, we may do a second Hangover podcast tonight and then see what
We
happens.
might, yeah.
So I might actually hook up the laptop for that one and get a better view. Who knows?
yeah, we could.
So,
Do you guys want to tune in? Are you guys going to stay tuned?
well, it's if we recharge everything and if we do a second
'Cause
podcast,
I'm
will
having
you guys
fun.
watch?
Yeah.
We'll do it.
Would you just comment yes or no? Would you watch if we did it all night for the 4th of July? Because neither of us are working and we don't really care if you're working tomorrow because we're going to do it.
I know I'm not working tomorrow, so
Shush your face, Bethany. Don't be so harsh, Bethany. Stop it.
you are at a solid
Stop it.
solid 8 of harshness right now.
I just had to revive your people in Vault 100. Shut up, babe. Can you stop? I know. Okay, so I've been playing Vault Dweller lately, and I've been lacking because I've also been playing Fallout 4.
Oh my gosh.
And I modded it, and it's going great.
See, Bethany said she would come back.
Bethany
for it.
said, I will come
Awesome.
back. CJ said he would come back.
Okay, well then what? Okay,
Who's coming back? If we plug all this in and we are on the back porch because I would really like a cigarette. Don't tell my wife that, but I would really love a cigarette.
what did the blind woman say in Deadpool when she's doing laundry and he introduces her and he's like, "This is my roommate," and it cuts away and she's like, "God, I miss cocaine."
What?
All right, Chad said he's got to go. All right, buddy. Well, hey man, thanks for chilling out with us, man. That's
Bethany
awesome.
said sorry?
Sorry for what?
Bethany, you just said you would
why
come
are you
back.
sorry? I guarantee you have no reason to be sorry. Bless you. All right, well,
I'm
hey,
sorry.
all right, well, hey, he's sorry for that, but what we're not sorry for is that we have had a really awesome Hangover podcast.
We're
this one.
gonna go live again. We're gonna see how it goes. But one thing I would love to say
What's that?
is, wherever you're listening to the Hangover Podcast, I hope you're happy.